sold my soul to the bottle. Still none of my friends have left me yet. I'm the same man I was since the age of 13, and I've lived my life with no regrets. If you're looking for some freedom, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum. If you're looking for rhyme or reason, all it takes is 10 drinks minimum.
We are live in the studio. It is the last party of the weekend, and this is 10 Drink Minimum, powered by one Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. James Smiley, are you here today?
I am here.
I don't know.
With my Topo Chico. But no, I am here. Unlike last week. I was a little out of it last week.
You were out. What the fuck was wrong? Someone was like, what was going on there? I was like, I don't know.
I was a little out of it. I needed my sleep schedule was off, and I was a little unhinged.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry about that.
He was unhinged. He was, but it's fine. A new week is here.
It happens, you know. I'm on my regular sleep schedule again. That shouldn't be happening.
He was like, he had to go to the bank a bunch during the week, so he couldn't sleep during the day like he normally does. He was fucking pissed about it. He was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, basically I was getting like 3 hours of sleep
You ever
a day
been to the bank before?
for a week.
Smiley had to do normal people things.
Well, if the bank was open at night, it would just be normal, okay? I wouldn't have to wake up in the middle of the day.
Maybe you should start night bank.
Night bank would be great.
Yes.
That's where I do my transactions. I go up to the ATM in the middle of the night. I give them my money. I get a receipt.
Okay.
That's my banking.
All right. Well, we have a couple of guests in the studio today. Yesterday was Wrasslin Day. It was Duke City Championship of Wrestling, and it was a pretty amazing event. So I had a couple people that was like, you know what, let's do a podcast now. So from Salt Lake City, Utah, we have Manny Lemons. Welcome.
Thank you, guys. You know, I'm dying over the whole bank thing because it's like my background is actually banking.
Oh,
So the whole banking vibe, yeah. The whole reason I ended up in professional wrestling was like, you got to get a job that can work where it doesn't have weekends off, right? And obviously banking's Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
it was very, I was popping when you guys were doing the whole little bit because it's like, banking, I'm bred in banking in my blood. So
You're like, hell no. And then we have, sorry. Is it Lorena?
Lorena, yeah. So I actually am the ref for Duke. So
You're like the rookie ref. You're like the new
I'm the new girl. So
yeah, and it's funny because like Pollo Del Mar. I'm off today, man. Always likes to get at you though. Do you notice that?
Some of the things I've come back to, but I'm not gonna lie, Pollo is giving me the most advice to help me develop.
Oh yeah. Pollo's great.
I love Pollo.
But the character of Pollo is difficult.
That's why I love it. Though
Yeah.
I love the difficult characters. It's really weird. Like Antonio.
Yeah.
I love him. Like every time I'm like, yeah, yell at me. Like let me yell at you too. Like let's go.
You talk about Tony?
Yes, sir.
I don't call him. So it's funny because like since he flipped, I never call him by Antoine Giovanni.
So hard.
No. I mean, I purposely don't. As my character on the mic.
He's kind of a dick.
So yeah, no, I'm not.
We need to communicate. No. Let that be. Let's communicate.
No, he's the dick.
I said kind of.
No. He turned on his partner.
Yep.
Okay. I
And
didn't get the
became
story.
and had him beaten down, and then he's now Antoine Giovanni.
I
He
didn't
had to
get the
go a little
storyline.
fancy. He had to go fancy.
And so I don't want to call him that, so I call him Turncoat Tony, and or Tony Rocky Horror.
I do the same thing, bro.
I'm all Antoine Rocky Horror, whatever his name is.
It's like any post I tag, I actually tag Tony's account, like Tony Fitness, you know?
Yeah,
Because it's not that I don't forget about it, it's the fact that I know him as Tony, just like you.
Oh yeah. Well, I do it on purpose though. I go out of my way to do it because his evil character, he wants to be known as Antoine Giovanni. So I'm like, I'm not calling him that. I don't. If he wants to be known as that, hell no. You know. So that's my, my character's, not letting him get away with being evil. You know.
Honestly, you got to have that feud a little bit.
Yeah.
And who else would know about that than the ex-commissioner, huh?
Yes. Well, no. Speaking of that,
Ex-commissioner.
I was the commissioner, and then I had to leave, so that to write me out, they had Charlie 50, defeat Tommy Test, and then I had to leave. So Charlie 50 and I have a kayfabe like grudge. So I always call him Shifty Charlie 50, or like what I used your line yesterday.
Oh, no way.
I used your line. I was like, so I was in Lubbock, Texas, a couple weeks ago, the home of Charlie 50, and I said, how come every building looks like it used to be a Fur's cafeteria? Because I posted that on Facebook, and he got mad about it. So.
Even the houses. Did that house used to be a Fur's cafeteria? Because it really looks like it.
That's what he said, and I thought that was the best shit ever. At Shoulder Voices Music says, I was in the middle of listening to a Slayer album, and I just rememred 10 Drink Minimum is on. Okay.
Ooh, let's go.
People can chat with us live. So.
Oh, heck yeah.
Nice.
So, blah, blah. I'm going to start over, though. Man, I am not on it today. Last night, man, I was rusty. I was rusty on the mic. It took me a match to get into it because I'd been off for like a month. I didn't do the last one, so I was.
So you're saying you were on for my referee match?
I was.
At least? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Oh
That's
yeah.
all.
But even Pollo goes, "Wow, Chris Burnett's like a church mouse over here." And I was like,
Oh wow.
because I couldn't get my rhythm, because you got to get your rhythm when you're talking when there's 3 people. You don't because when there's only 2, you can.
If you don't jump on the opportunities in between, you're never going to get a line in.
I can truly say too, like the Duke commentary that like I've seen like for the matches is phenomenal.
Oh,
like
man.
it's way different from any indie like crazy thing, but NWA does a lot.
Yeah.
Like you're remarkable, like no
Thank
lie.
you. Thank you.
Of course, but like you guys give the story that people are looking for
Right.
that need to be described. So I always give you guys props. Like even my first match, or when Fred was like first female ref, I documented that because that was the best moment of truly my wrestling starting career.
There you go. There you go.
It's great. Like I have to give you guys props. Phenomenal.
And we'll get to you in a second. But Manny Lemons,
You wait your damn turn.
I'm sorry. I just had to give a compliment. I'm so sorry.
and I appreciate that compliment because this guy over here gives me none. So
Well, I accidentally booed him one time,
Oh.
and the whole crowd.
But
went
when
with
you're
it.
not supposed to be booed,
Oh.
and then it escalated.
I got the wrong cue.
Oh.
So I'm gonna wait for him.
We're gonna go back to that.
I'm
Story,
gonna wait till he
please.
performs, and then I'm gonna boo him.
Yeah.
My manager, future wrestler right here. My manager, maybe we'll talk.
Yeah. But so Manny, you've been wrestling a long time. How many years?
I'm a damn dinosaur now, man.
Yeah.
14 years now. 14 years.
Nice.
Really?
And it's the most consecutive thing I've done in my life, if that makes sense.
14 years?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that's this for me. Like I've been doing it 20. So I'm like one of those people. Yep, it wants to go that way. Hold on. It does this every once in a while. You got to switch it. Let's see if it fixes it.
It's fine. There's this cow head up in the corner. It would routinely go to instead of me, and I'm all no.
So 14
There's a
years.
girl.
So where did you start at?
So for me, my journey starts in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah.
Born and raised, right?
Yeah.
I always remember it, bro. So Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 2012. I remember I walked in my first ever wrestling school. At the time, the scene was called Ultra Champion Wrestling Zero.
Yeah.
And I walked in there, and I remember like the day before, I called the promoter. I'm like, "Hey, I want to come wrestle," and he's just kind of like, "Yeah, I'll see you there," blah 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 type shit. You know what I mean?
Had you trained at all?
No, this is my first ever experience in the independent wrestling because like growing up, I was always like WWE, WCW, right?
Right.
TNA too. I love TNA growing up, but like that's all I knew was TV wrestling.
Right.
So like this independent scene was all new to me. So when I first went to my first day, it was like very, this is the industry, if that makes sense. So like, dude, I tell the story every time. Like when I went out there, like, you know, when you do the bumps or whatnot, when they start tipping you through the thing, like I get in the ring, I start doing the rolls or whatnot. Then all of a sudden they do the flip bump and I end up landing on my damn head.
Oh.
So like one of my mentors at the time, his name was Mike Cassidy. He gave me like a little hip toss or whatever. And like, I just like darted on my head and like legit like hurt myself on my first day. But like, it was the same thing. It was like, this is what it takes to pursue my dream, my goals, right?
Yep.
Like it's like the most ass backwards things I've ever experienced, but like I'm forever grateful because it created the person I am today, right? So like going in there and assuming wrestling is this one thing, it's like you learn so much from your first day and you realize, okay, this is not just because I watch it on TV doesn't mean I'm an expert in reality.
No.
That's the biggest thing.
So where did you actually train at?
So I trained at UCW. I was trained at UCW from, I'm going to say from 2012 to 2016 actually, sorry. I left there because I started doing a lot of work with Ring of Honor. And then,
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so I just started doing a lot of work with Ring of Honor, and like that's when I started doing work at TNA. I left there just because I just felt like it wasn't my place to be, right?
Right.
Like, and so like I had a career. I was like in Utah. I was the only guy in Utah that was wrestling in the independent scene, and I didn't really wrestle in Utah ever. So when when I was training, like my training at that time period was really like just wrestling shows because I was wrestling every weekend, right?
Yeah.
So 2018 rolls around, and my family is my grandmother is a big supporter, my dad's a big supporter, and they're like, we want to watch you wrestle. We're tired of watching wrestle on fucking YouTube or whatever, TV, whatever. They wanted to see me wrestle live. So when I wanted to go wrestle live, I was like, all right, I'm going to do a show in Utah.
Okay.
It's just a one-done show, right? Mm-hmm. And that's all Devotion. I'm the owner of Devotion Championship Wrestling. I run the Austin Wrestling Academy out there. That's all it was ever supposed to be. And I ended up running the first show was December 22nd, 2018.
Okay.
But then at that point, you realize the community needed you, right? Like there's a need for the community. And like after the first show, it was kind of like, all right, this show's good. Let's run another one. The venue was really liking it because they made money or whatever. So like, hey, let's plan the next date. So I ended up planning the next date, and the next date we actually ended up booking Seth Fatu. Do you guys know Rikishi's boy?
Yep.
So Seth Fatu from Simone Dynasty, he was just barely getting into business, and it was like, he's like, hey, I just need reps, blah, blah. Like, I'm down to come to Utah. It's close. I got family. He's like, come on out, brother. Because I wrestled with Sefa back in like FSW and stuff.
Okay.
When we ran that show, bro, it was really like a turning point in that, like, it was just like, all right, this really is a need for us in this community, and I'm the guy to provide that need, if that makes sense. After the first show we ran, I had multiple kids come up to me saying, hey, how do we get into this?
Oh, yeah.
What do we do, you know? And I always give credit to her because, I mean, she was my lady at the time, but Reka Tahaka, I trained her. She looked at me and said, if you're going to train all these guys, then you're going to train me. And that really became like a whole thing. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to open up a wrestling promotion and a training school. So now I've had my own training center for the past 7-8 years, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So, I don't know, man. Like, I always tell people, you got to service the community first. And then the money will follow.
Have you had anyone go like up to the, you know, higher up?
Rekka was there. Rekka was at AEW and she actually signed to NWA.
Okay.
I want to say back in 2023.
Yeah.
This is when obviously we departed or whatever, but like good for her, right? You know what I mean? Like never crap on anyone's success because I think we all want success and you have to applaud
Smiley.
It was an accident. I got my cue wrong. I didn't think the entire audience would roll with it.
Oh, look who's on. Look who
Oh, Johnny
on.
Autism. Go to bed, Johnny Autism.
Ooh, Manny sucks.
Go to bed, Johnny.
He just gets mad for no reason.
Uh-oh.
Johnny's one of our
Literally.
students. Yeah. So we trained
I'll
Johnny.
let Manny defend him.
Yeah, we trained Johnny Autism. He's Johnny Autism is a great person, you know.
Is that his character? Or is
That's
that
his character,
No, that's
dog.
literally his
That's
character.
who he
Like
is.
he honestly, like I will say this about Johnny.
Is it like Johnny Mnemonic?
Kind of.
no, just Johnny?
Autism has literally tried to change the perspective of autism in wrestling.
Oh, good.
This kid literally works on AI, like 6 hours?
Dog.
3 to 6 hours on t-shirt designs, on like things just to make himself a better wrestler. So, you know, I will give that kid a little bit of props for that because he does work his booty off, best way to say it, to become an independent wrestler. Like, I've literally been straight up with him. I'm like, cut promos. And he does it. And so I got to give that kid a little bit of props sometimes. But yeah,
Oh, wow.
We love Johnny.
we love Johnny.
He's a great person, great soul. And, you know, he's someone who's really close to my heart. And he's probably watching that. And he's probably doing whatever he's doing today, whatever Johnny Autism
Maybe
does
he's
on
crying a little
Sunday
bit.
at 5:24 p.m., right?
He might be crying because I complimented him. So. Just
Is
kidding.
that bad? You should you not?
No, I give Johnny a hard time because I believe he has a lot of potential and that he just needs to be pushed.
Oh.
And so I truly love the kid. Like, I look at him as a little brother. And I just want the best for him. And Manny knows that. And Devotion knows that. Like, I truly do care about this kid. And he has a lot of potential. But he needs to get his head on straight and let Lorena help him a little bit. Just a little bit.
I think the biggest thing in wrestling is people don't realize is, like, you are responsible for your own success and your own failures.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
So when it comes to the hard moments, sometimes that becomes, not even Johnny in particular, but just
No.
anybody.
Yeah.
It becomes like, especially being a leader and like me running Devotion or whatever, I'm in a position of where I have to make the right decisions based on what's best for business, right?
Sure.
And sometimes best for business doesn't mean everyone's involved, right?
No.
So people get pissed off about that. So you get in those situations and those opportunities, it's like you just have to do what's best. And the agenda of what I was saying to roundabout, and I know we went a whole different direction.
Oh, this is a show of tangents. Don't you worry. None.
I know we went a whole different direction, but like that's the purpose of why I wanted to help create and elevate Utah wrestling, because my goal now is, my responsibility now is to make sure it carries on, right?
So was there no wrestling in Utah before, in Salt Lake before?
There was always wrestling, but I think it was very boxed off. I think a lot of people, it's like, again, you can buy a wrestling ring and you call yourself a wrestling promoter. That's it. That's the only thing that sucks about independent wrestling and compared to like sports, right?
But you made a community.
We love Jason.
You are. But there's a lot of people in wrestling that will think they have a social media and think they can get on social media and they could buy a ring and they call themselves wrestler, but they only have 20 fans. You know what I'm saying? Right? So there's levels to this crap, and I preach it to her all the time.
I think the thing that I think is hard to learn for people, and this is not just wrestling, it's show business.
Yeah.
Is when you say like your success depends on you. If you're waiting around for someone to tell you what to do next, then you're going to fail.
Yep.
I mean, you have to make your moves, and you have to think about well, what am I doing? What do I need to be doing? Where should I be at? And if you go to say DCCW, for example, if you show up and you're waiting for someone to tell you where to be and where to go, then they're not going to keep bringing you around. They're they're like, oh yeah, we don't need you here.
Yeah.
You're too much. You're too much drama. You're too much trouble. You're too much whatever.
Yep. And that's 100% right, brother.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about wrestling. I always tell my kids, and she'll attest to this. It's like, you have to be valuable to the industry.
Yep.
And that may even be me, you just having the car we take to drive to the next territory.
Yep.
It's simple as that. That you have to be a jack of all trades and know how to operate, you know?
Yeah.
I can truly say this, being part of DCW, where I first started, my first road trip, I thought we got a hotel. 100%, I thought we got a hotel. And Manny and all the other guys looked at me and laughed, and they're like, "No, sweetheart, we sleep in the car." And I was like,
"Oh yeah."
I was like, "Wait a minute, what? What do you mean?"
The harsh realities of tour.
It is.
Oh, it was the biggest reality check. But again, I tell everybody, I wouldn't change this life for anything. I understand the hardships of it.
Yeah.
But it's worth it at the end of it.
Well, what's your story? What did you know?
So my story's a little bit different. So I've been watching wrestling with Lita, Trish, and all them, and China 100%.
Okay.
Since I was 7-8 years old.
I have a Lita story, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm ready for that.
Can't wait to hear.
Can we please talk about that?
No, after your story.
Yeah, after mine.
You tell yours. I don't know if you want to hear my story.
No, I will. I still do. But I loved wrestling.
Yeah.
I've always loved wrestling, and I never met any other girls that knew what wrestling was really.
Yeah.
And so it was weird. And so I drifted off from it from probably 10 to 13, 14, 15. Because I was like, oh no, I don't know what that is. That's not cool. But was I keeping up on short guy? 100%.
So you strictly WWE?
100%, yeah.
Okay.
100%, yeah. But now that I've been in the industry, I've started to develop other avenues. 100%. But my funny story is Thanksgiving 2024, 2023. I don't exactly remember the year. I'll be 100% honest.
Okay.
I looked at my brother, Daniel, who was going to FSW, and I was like, I'm not happy. I'm in a horrible relationship at this time. Horrible. And I want to start wrestling. I need to do something for myself. Help me.
Hell yeah.
I've tried college 5 times.
Okay.
No joke. Tried college 5 times. And he's laughing because I was like, I'm moving to Vegas. I'm going to do this. And he just laughs. He's like, you don't need to move to Vegas. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, there's a school in Salt Lake. There's this guy that came to FSW. He has a developmental school in Salt Lake City. Don't leave there. Don't ruin your relationship. My brother was trying to help me at that time. And go to the school. And I said, okay, bet. So my brother sent me all Manny Lemons information on Instagram.
Boy.
And so
Terrible mistake.
I don't think it was a terrible mistake. I think it was honestly a learning thing because I have truly developed myself with being with DCW and finding who truly the Lorena is, because I started as a referee at FitCon last year, and then I decided at FanX I wanted to try ring announcing.
Okay.
and my other coaches, not Manny, 100%, gave me the opportunity to try the ring announcing, and I've loved it. But
what do you think is harder, refereeing or ring announcing?
Oh, refereeing, 100%.
Okay.
Because the referee, you're in command, and
I'm just kidding.
it's a mixture. It's a mixture. But honestly, the refereeing, there's like more than I thought it was to be. But it has pushed me to want to start training as a wrestler because
you're like the third performer, right?
Yeah.
Kinda.
From what I know. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
and they so Smiley understands. So Smiley understands.
call me the layman.
No, but you know what? There's a lot of people out there. They think they honestly think that the referee is the person in the ring that is just there to call the 3 count and to enforce the rules. But the referee is that third person, and they're the communication between the booker or whoever is in the gorilla and the match. Say they need the match to end quickly, the referee can tell the wrestlers to go home. If someone is injured, the referee can tell the back, hey, this person is legitimately injured. I think we had one last night, I think.
No, it
No?
was a plot twist. I literally checked on him. I went down. I was like, "Are you good? Are you good?" And he's like, "Nope, I'm perfectly
Why'd
fine."
you give
I
the
was like,
spoiler
"Whoa."
Oh, wow.
I know. Sorry. Sorry.
And we're talking about
Unreal status.
West Texas Incorporated. Is that what we're talking
Yeah.
about?
Somewhere
It has been a hard
Right.
development for me because, like, I can honestly give it to Manny because I've refereed some of his matches, but like Devin Reno, Jaden Monroe, like all these people that I've refereed like recently at Duke, they've taught me like big avenues because they like to do those like crazy like spoilers, like, oh, I got hurt, be careful, be careful. So it's like I worry because I've watched wrestling my whole life, but it's now switching the mind switch of like,
Right.
okay, you're a worker. You're not anymore a fan. You're understanding the
Right.
industry.
Yep.
And
It changes it.
oh, it does, but I
Yeah.
love it. Like, I truly have told Manny this, like, since 7 years old, I looked at my mom and laughed because she's like, you're going to be a lawyer. You'll be a doctor. You'll be this. And I was like,
You're all,
no, I'm going to be famous. Watch me. Like, that's just boring.
You're gonna be a lawyer in wrestling.
Watch me, Mom. I'm going to be the biggest thing ever. But I honestly have to give one of my big thanks to Duke because they have helped me like develop my wrestling career because refereeing has potentially led me into the way of like wrestling because it's
Have you
like
wrestled any matches?
I've had practice matches at my like practices, but like I want to be, and I've told Manny this, I want to be the best out there before I put my name out there.
Can you take a pile driver is the question.
No, not yet. No. Well,
Probably
maybe
not.
next practice. Probably next practice.
Austin Farrar says hi all. Hi Austin Farrar.
Hello, Austin.
That's pretty cool though. But I mean now like that's the thing that threw me is everyone's like, oh man, so you've been watching WWE, you've been watching AEW, and I'm like, no, and they're like, I thought you liked wrestling. I was like, well, I do.
What?
But it changes the way you look at the and I will watch it.
Oh yeah.
But I watch it through a different lens now, and I don't
Yep.
wrestle. I don't get in the ring, and I'm 51. I'm not doing any of that. But like,
This is what happened when I got my computer animation degree. I'm all, that's computer animated,
Yep.
that's computer
Yep.
animated, that's
Yep.
computer animated.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and then like you'll see, like for me, like doing editing and all that stuff. I'll watch a movie and I'll pause it. I'll look at that's a drone shot. That's a sweet drone shot, and it like just completely. They're like, you don't need to do that, man. You fucked it all up. But like,
We don't care,
but
buddy.
like wrestling, yeah, you start looking at it through that different lens where you're like watching a match and you're like, oh wow, he fucked that up right there, or you're like, ooh, he's good.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay,
It's a whole
they're
different
good. Yeah,
avenue.
isn't it right? So you want to hear the Lita story?
Oh yes.
So
100%.
the very first panel I ever did for Comic-Con was Kane, Lita, and Goldust. That was the first panel I ever did for anybody. And I grew up, I watched WWF growing up. It was fine. To me, it was too kiddie and, over the top. I was a Jim Crockett Promotions World Championship Wrestling NWA kind of person, man. Fucking Ric Flair, the Four Horsemen, Dusty Rhodes, Ron Garvin, Lex Luger, Sting, it just seemed, Nikita Koloff, those guys, it just seemed like darker, edgier, realistic kind of shit, And so for me to be standing there with Dusty Rhodes' son was unbelievable. And then Kane was cool. And then Lita was a Hall of Famer. So Dustin Rhodes came up, super cool guy. I'm standing next to him when he gets a phone call from WWE. And they were calling him to ask him if he wanted to come to the Royal Rumble. And he's like, yeah. Like, I'm standing there while he's, like, talking to him. And then he kind of gets off the phone, and he kind of realizes that we're about to do this panel, that I was just standing there. And he's like, this isn't, like, recorded or anything, is it? I was like, yeah, they're filming it. And he's like, oh, shit, no. He's like, I can't do it. And he's all, and I like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I get it. And so I'm like, well, let me see if I can get him to shut it off. And Lita walks up and she's like, what's going on? And he's like, they're filming this. And she goes, fuck no. She goes, as a matter of fact, if they want to take pictures and video, they got the first 10 minutes and then they got to shut that shit off. And I was like, oh, gosh.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, oh,
this is the nitty gritty.
Yeah, and I'm like,
when you go to conventions and you have to work them.
I'm so excited. I love it.
So I get him to shut off the feed. And to come to find out, the guy hadn't even turned the sound on the whole fucking day anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I come back over.
Blessed.
I come back over, and Lita's like, where's the chair for my dog? My dog is way more famous than most of the people here. And I was like, holy fuck. All right.
Legendary.
And Kane is like the nicest man you'll ever meet in your entire life. He is a mensch. Like, above all, like he didn't want to stop doing the panel. He was having such a good time.
I love that.
So we're doing it, and Lita, you can just tell Lita's like getting frustrated that we're still there. And so finally, like, I start to get the audience warmed up to where they'll want to ask questions. And she goes, if we're gonna keep going through questions, just have everyone line up and ask their question, and then we'll answer them so we can get out of here. And I was like, shit, man. And to be fair, she could have been having a bad day, but I was a little stunned. And then afterwards, I told her, I said, hey, thank you for doing the panel. She kind of just looked back and kind of like went and just walked off. I was like, all right. Well,
because your dog's more famous than you.
Right. I get in the back, and Kane, he beelines for me, and he like grabs my hand with his fucking catcher's mitt hands.
Gold.
And he's all,
Gold.
And he looks down at me and he goes, thank you for doing that. And I was like, it was an honor. And he goes, stop it. He's like, you're great.
That's remarkable.
He is such a nice guy, but to this day, I'm always like, F Lita, Melina, though, is the opposite. Melina is
she's amazing.
I did her panel one here, and at the one here, and I was sitting with Ming, and she like ducked her head. She was on the other side of the curtain from us. That's where her booth was. She ducks through, and she goes, "You guys want one of these White Claws?" She goes, "I have a whole box." and so we start drinking White Claws, and then when we go to do our panel, we bring up Twisted Teas, and we all chug one.
Yeah.
And so then
did you chug it or shotgun it?
We shotgunned it.
Ooh, remarkable.
So then when we ran into her in Houston, Houston. Yeah, we ran into her in Houston. She goes out with us, and we go partying, and we went to do karaoke, and we did all kinds of shit. And then we come to find out she's staying in the same Airbnb complex we're in.
Yeah. When time to go home, where's our addresses? Hey, that's weird. That's where we're going.
She goes, no, that's where we're going. I was like,
so did she like hop in an Uber with you guys?
Yeah.
Or like,
yeah.
Oh, heck yes. Keep please going.
So then
I'm
she's
so curious.
So then she's like, where's the after party? I was like, well, we have a case of Topo Chico hard seltzer. And she goes, so your place, I guess. Literally at 6 a.m., I had to be like, well, I think we got to kick everyone out. We have to sleep for like 3.5 hours before we drive back to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, all right.
Welcome to the road life, brother.
And this place is amazing. It's like a dorm. It's like, oh, I'm over on the other wing.
Yeah.
So we're like tiptoeing through like the hallways until we get into the room. We're like, oh, party it on.
Yeah.
So kind of like the high school vibes of like, oh my gosh, like we have to be shh.
Oh,
That's
yeah, totally. And then we kind of talked wrestling. It was funny because like she and I kind of talked wrestling while everybody kind of watched for like 2 hours. And we had a really good time, and she was telling us all kinds of stories because she's been in TNA and she's been in WWE, and she was kind of giving us a lot of the dirt. But I don't want to tell her stories.
It was a good time. She's got some good stories.
Yeah, that was a good trip though. I had lunch with Joey Pantaleone.
Nice.
Joey's aunt.
Oh,
That's
jealous.
Yeah, and then I got to watch another cool thing. I got to watch Steve play with puppies live. What Steve do you know that's famous? And think about puppies. A Steve that would be around dogs.
I'll give you a hint. It's a children's show.
Children's show.
Are you talking about Blue's Clues,
Yes,
Steve? 'Cause
ma'am.
I'm gonna freak out. That man helped my childhood. I'm not gonna lie.
They had puppies in this pen
He
back
was there
behind.
live.
Wait.
Yeah.
I need to ask. Was
Yeah.
like blue there? Was
No.
like magenta?
No.
No. Okay, then I don't.
But Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper were. I'm just,
Oh, dang. I would have been so excited for that too.
oh, Steve. No,
That man changed my childhood. What
so
are you
I'm
talking about?
sitting there like, so we could kind of look behind the curtain and see like the backstage area, and they had a whole kennel of puppies because they brought them out, but whenever they were not out for the crowd, because they wanted people to adopt
Yeah.
them, they had them in the back, and they had them right by the green room, and so all the celebrities would
Oh,
go in
man.
and play with them. So I look back there, and Steve from Blue's Clues is like running around with the puppies and the thing, and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I think. What a life, right?
So how do I get into the career that I can pet puppies
Right.
for a living?
And so I'm back there watching Steve play with puppies, and Vincent D'Onofrio. Have you ever met? You know who I'm talking about? Did you watch Daredevil?
Yeah,
Full Metal
met,
Jacket.
Yeah, I know.
Full
who you're
Metal
talking about, never
Jacket.
met.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very intimidating guy.
Yeah.
He is very much.
What do you think? He's like 6'4"?
He's at least 6'4".
Yeah.
He might be 6'5".
And he kind of walks up and he's nice, but he's very stoic. And like when he talks to you, he like leans in. He's like, "Oh yeah, is that right?" So
He
what do
uses
you-
his
what do you-
whole body to lean
and he,
in.
and he
Like
goes
from
and
the
he'll
waist.
and he'll like lean and he'll be all, "So what do you mean by that?" And you're just kind of like, And I see Steve playing with the puppies, and I see Vincent D'Onofrio walk up all stoic, and he just smiles, and he's like, I was like, can't deny the puppies, man. It's always puppies. So how do you guys feel like the event went last night?
I thought it was really good.
It was. You lost. How do you feel about that?
You know,
Rigged.
it was
Sorry.
rigged. It was rigged.
You
You know,
lost
clean.
I know he did, but
This-
I just
this is
mad.
from a scenario standpoint,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
like what's best for business, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like I'm getting too busy where I can't always be here, right?
Right.
So like, what can I do to help make the next guy even better?
Right, and that's great.
Because I mean, even talking like, and this may be kayfabe or whatever, but even talking to the production meeting, they're like, let's do a screwy finish. I'm like, no, let's just put the kid, let's just put him over.
That's great.
Let's elevate him, and then
Yeah.
we'll worry about the next thing when I come back. Who gives a
Yeah.
crap? No one's gonna remember that I lost clean. You know what I mean?
No.
And then we do the whole babyface high five, handshake at the
yes,
end.
yes.
But like,
Oh,
that-
we highlighted that in the it's in the comments.
yeah, that creates moments. Though wrestling's built on moments.
What I thought you guys did really well is like it's weird. We had more than one face versus face match last night.
There's a lot of them.
And what you guys I thought kind of did well is, so let me set the scenario for Smiley who doesn't go. So Manny was the Route 66 champion. So
Okay.
the belt right there. And they did a triple threat match for the title. So the problem with the triple threat title match is Manny as the champion, maybe the two other guys, one pins the other one, and they win the belt without him losing. So he lost the title without losing. So
Oh, no way.
So in the commentary, right? So in the commentary, we foreshadow that, we talked a lot about how, like,
That is a possibility.
this is kind of the rematch that Manny deserves because he didn't lose someone said he didn't lose the title. He wasn't the one that lost. And I said, well, that's what happens when you get into a triple threat match.
Yeah.
You put yourself in this position where you might lose the title out. And so what was really great about that is you guys came in chippy.
Yeah.
And you guys, even though you're both faces, and then we talked about how, like, well, isn't it weird that they're both a little chippy? And I said, well, that's what a title match will do to you. It will change your attitude. It will make you work harder, And so
100%.
it was kind of cool, like how we were like telling that story for you guys while you were telling that story in the ring. And if you watch it, I think it turned out pretty well. And then he spears you at the end, and then you guys are still a little chippy.
Yep.
When you went to do the handshake, and then you do.
Yeah.
And there was always that moment that we're like, well, is something about to happen? And then it didn't. And that's what's great about wrestling, because for a person who's a mark and they've been around for a long time, they're like there's that like silence for a second, and you're like, okay, all right, nothing happened. You know what I mean?
100%,
that
bro.
tension, and you got to have that.
That's the greatest thing about wrestling right there.
Yes.
Is that particular moment, because at the same sense, it's like you don't know what direction we go when we come back, right?
Right.
So we just open up the book to have different avenues, you know? And that's the whole point of it. It's like we want to leave that cliffhanger thing. It's like, at the same sense, if we do a funky finish, we do that crap, then it's like I have no choice but to go back, right? Because I didn't lose correctly, right? My job here is to ensure that it lives on.
Right.
It really is. And people like contradict that. It's like, no, dude, like people like a Manny Lemons 3 belts is not, dude, I want to get back to the business the way I can get back to the business.
And I think
I have one question.
Oh, go for it.
What the hell is chippy? What does that mean?
So it's kind of a sports. I guess that's probably why he's not a sports guy.
Like, does it mean you have a chip on your shoulder?
Yes,
Does it mean?
yes,
Okay.
yes. So like a lot of times.
Because I was like, are you trying to say chipper? Like they're like very
No.
Okay, chip on your shoulder.
For example, in the NFL, like that's where I think a lot of it comes from. You'll have two teams play that may or may not like each other, and the play will end, and there's a late hit. And it didn't need to happen, but it happened, and then they get up and they start fighting a little bit. And they're, it's getting chippy out there.
Oh,
and that just means that that there's some animosity, maybe from a cheap shot that happened late. So
does they use this term in rugby? Because I think I may have heard it
probably.
before.
So like the way he and Thunder wrestled, they were both good guys. And sometimes when good guys wrestle each other, there'll be the handshake at the beginning, and then they wrestle clean. These guys wrestled clean, but there was a little bit of like edge to it where, they may or may not have got a little bit, the rules got a little loose, and you could tell that there was some anger and some frustration. They told the story with their body.
Yeah.
And you can see the frustration, right?
Yep. At the end of the day, our job is to win the match, right?
Yeah.
So how do we get there?
Yeah.
We gotta get there by telling that story. Like,
yeah.
There is a story there. The fact that I was in quote unquote, people will say it in their own words, I was screwed out of the title, right?
Yeah.
But like in the same sense, like no, I'm an honorable man. I don't want that to be the story. Let me go one-on-one with him and show him that I can beat him, right? So there's a story there that draws people in, and they draws the crowd in, and that's why people are invested in what the story's going on. That's our job. We're storytellers. That's all we do.
That's
sure.
the life. And I feel like the problem with younger wrestlers sometimes is that they get lost in the fact that like, well, I lost last time, I can't lose again. And it's got nothing to do with that. It's the story.
Yep.
It's well, if I lose on TV again, and and it's like, well, I think, and I've never wrestled in my life, but I've watched wrestling my whole life, and the thing is there's a way to lose and win.
Yeah. Well, bro, I always tell, and this is WWE talk, right? Like going back to when Cena lost to Brock and got dominated, right?
Yeah.
When he always tells on his podcast, he's like, Arn Anderson told me it's not your night, kid.
Yeah.
Our job is for the story.
Yeah.
Tell that story, because at the end of the day, 6 months from now, you may be the guy. 6 months from now, you may not be the guy.
Right.
But wherever the story portrays, like if you do good business, people will do business with you.
Yep. And you talk about, like, I've read his book, phenomenal guy, Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
And he is like the epitome of that.
100%.
Because Arn Anderson would go wherever he needed to go, never had a look, but like by the end and like he'll even tell you, he was like, I was a journeyman at best, but he wasn't, because of the fact that he was like Arn Anderson. He put in the work, he showed up, and did the job that they told him to do, and he just became this, like, I don't know what you call it, like legend of the fact, like everybody, like when you hear Arn Anderson, everybody goes, oh yeah, technical, and
that mystique,
yeah.
But that's wrestling, bro. That's all it is, and people get so caught in the sauce that I need to be Hogan, I need to be Cena. It's like, dog, there's one of animal at every zoo, right?
Yeah.
So when we go to a show, if we see 10 elephants, we don't want to go see anything like, we don't want to see elephants anymore, right? So when people plan matches and stories, they try to replicate that. It's like, that's the same scenario.
And then the weird thing is like at the moment, you may or may not be the Hulk Hogan or the whatever, but in the long run, in the at the end of the story, people look back at you. For example, Steven Regal. People look at Steven Regal and they don't see the guy that was like the mid-carder in WCW, and then the guy in WWE that did all right. They see Steven Regal as like, oh, if Steven Regal said your match was good, then you know that you've fucking done some shit.
Yep.
People look at him like, oh shit, yeah, Fit Finlay, you know, people like that. Like you've left a good mark on your name, I think, you know. And I mean, you look at Manny Lemons. If Manny Lemons comes in and goes, hey, I think this place is a great place to work, I think, you know, I think people will look at that and go, oh, that's pretty dope. I mean, you have a name on you. First time I ever saw you was DWO.
Yeah.
Back in the day. And I was like, who's this guy? And then you did the lemon thing. Like, for people who don't know, Manny Lemons, what is your, you say?
You got to bite the sour to get the power. Spinach to Popeye, the lemons are to Manny.
Now, what is it?
Zest of the best, and you know the rest, baby boy.
Which is a play on the Dusty Rhodes, right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong on this? Yeah. I'm the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, you know?
You just kind of, like this thing with wrestling is like you kind of take 5 people who you like and you kind of make it your own, you know?
And you came out and you would bring lemons in your, if you'd have them in your trunks.
Yeah.
And then like one of the things you would do is you pull out, and you still do, you pull out the lemons and you squirt them in your mouth, and that, like, you know, like what did Pollo say? He's all, we need to test those for steroids.
Yeah.
And the other one is squirt lemons in their eyes, which is probably pretty rough. Like, for the opponent. But you do that, and but it's what you
can get used to it.
Where did the lemon?
I do have the question of like, how many people have you like squirted in their eyes that they're like in pain?
That's too many to count. I don't know.
They're all, you
the problem
motherfucker.
with it's liquid, and you put your finger in the lemon, and it rips open either way.
Like,
you know?
but have they told
I put
you?
it in my own eyes. When I run my comeback, sometimes you'll see me. I'm blind as shit. I'm like running to be
100%.
eyes closed. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Where'd you get that gimmick from?
So it's funny because when I started, I think when I met you was DWO. It was the first time I wrestled Thunder.
Yeah.
In like 2015.
Yeah.
And I came out here as the gimmick was Manny Fresh. So Manny Fresh was my first ever gimmick, and the reason why I ran with that is because growing up, like my brother's friend would always call me Manny Fresh because of the rapper, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, all right, when you get in wrestling, you got to have a cool name. Well, Manny Fresh has like a cool ass name, so I'm gonna run with that, right?
Sure.
So I ran with that, and then I've had different transitions through my career. Like I ended up being like the Brother Smith, which was like kind of a Mormon gimmick, you know. And that was fun, man, especially in Vegas and like calling people sinful for drinking, you know, and stuff like that. Like it was a cool gimmick, but
They need to bring it back. All I've said to Manny is they need to bring the Brother Smith, right?
Yeah. Brother Smith, yeah.
Kinda
Like
right to
that.
censor.
And
Yeah,
then,
exactly.
Like, we have a guy in our Utah division. His name is Brett Buffshay. And them together would just be iconic. And I think
He's
they
the
would.
original.
Yeah. Is he the original?
Oh, he's the original
With-
DCW, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But when I ran the Brother Smith, I did that, and then I ended up when I mentioned like 2016, I was doing work for Ring of Honor. I was going to the Ring of Honor camps, and I was like, I think it was April 2016, and that's where I met like Bob Evans and Kevin Kelly. And,
oh wow.
They were. I did the camp, and I remember everyone at the camp. They didn't remember me. They didn't remember what my last name was, but they remember my name was Manny, and this was when I was Manny Fresh. And they remember I wore a bright ass yellow shirt, quote unquote, their quote. And they remember my last name. They didn't remember my last name, so they kept calling me Lemons.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's why they kept calling me Manny Lemons the entire camp. And then we ended up going to the diner or whatever, because me and Bob were kind of close at this time. So we started developing our relationship. He's all kind of like, why don't you run with that? And I was like, this is so stupid. I don't want to do a freaking lemon gimmick, right? Like, who wants to be the guy who eats lemons, right? You know, I want to be like Rogue. You know what I mean? Some cool wrestling name, you
Manny
know?
Rogue.
But then I ended up actually just saying, you know what, screw it. He ended up hitting up his graphic designer, Richard, who's out there in the East Coast, and he's created the lemon gimmick guy. And I was like, oh, man, there might be money behind this. So I ended up doing it for one show. And the reaction that I got compared to the old wrestling that I would do was night and day. People could relate with the fact that this guy's
huge.
Oh, dude, it was like, and I was like, at that time, I think I came out with lemon heads. But I came out with lemon heads and like long ass yellow tights. I had nothing like gimmick to what I have now, right?
Yeah.
So like the fact that people didn't care what I did or they didn't care what I said, they just cared how I reacted, right?
Yeah.
So that moment is like, all right, there's something here, and then the character just kind of developed over time. You know, the zest of the best, the man, the brand, the king of lemonade stand. Those all came with time.
Oh yeah.
And just like owning the craft and earning it. And now it's literally just became who I am.
Yeah.
Dude, I go everywhere. I'm just Manny Lemons. I ain't Manny Smith anymore. I'm Manny Lemons.
Right. And I mean, and so someone like that's okay. That's a little similar to me. Go ahead.
Oh, I used to do this like when I was a bartender.
Yeah.
Like this is like how universal it is to intimidate customers. If they were giving me a hard time, I just squirt. Like here's a piece of lemon.
Yeah.
Right in my eyes, and I wouldn't blink at that, and I'd be like, "Are you want to ask me that again, or do you want to get out?"
Yeah.
like it's such a universe. People know that that's obviously not pleasant.
Yeah.
No.
And it's something everyone understands. Everyone's gotten lemon juice in their eyes, and to actively squirt it into your own eyes is such an intimidation factor.
Yeah, 100%. But that's where it goes to, like, with the whole thing of, like, my entire career, I've been having to prove that it's not a gimmick, right?
No, right.
Because everyone thinks, like, Manny Lemons, think like Adam Rose, come aside to these parody gimmicks, right? No way he'll say, like, no offense to them or anything, but it's trying to prove that you're a legitimate competitor.
Sure.
So, like, there's challenge and trials to that, and that's really just, just basically enduring the pain and owning your craft.
Yeah.
Like, I've wrestled 60 minutes, bro. I can go wrestle 60 minutes right now.
Yeah.
But people don't think of a Manny Lemons character going out there and putting that on performance because I don't need to do it.
No.
I don't need to do a whole lot of shit to get you there. I can walk out the curtain to make you feel the moment we're there.
Have you ever talked to Joe about how the Hobo Hank gimmick came about?
A little bit, not too much about.
So
like,
he was telling me about it. Like so that's how I got it. So back in the day, like with DWO, I've been doing the show a long time, and I was like, hey, I hit him up, and I was like, hey, I'd really like to help out. I'd like to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And they were just like, no. And I was like, okay. And I was like, is there any reason why? They're like, we got everything we need. We don't need any help. And I was like, okay, I'm like going to work for free. I'll do whatever you want. And, we can do podcasting with da-da-da. I'll help with production. I can do whatever you want. No. So I was like, all right, fuck it. So then
he was literally like that.
Yeah.
And he was all bummed out. I was like, I just told him I could work for free. And they told me to piss off.
I took my dad to go watch it. I told my dad was coming to town, and I was like, well, there's wrestling going on. You want to go watch it? And my dad's like, yeah. Because I grew up in Clovis near Amarillo.
Yeah.
And my dad would watch wrestling with me, but he didn't really, he always acted like he didn't like it. But he did love Terry Funk. And he got to meet Terry Funk. And, where are you from? Clovis. I don't go there anymore. That's what he told my dad.
Yeah.
He's all, I don't like fighting too much. But we go, and my dad just fucking goes crazy for Hobo Hank. And he went and bought me a koozie, and he told my son, he goes, you need to get that guy in your show. So I hit him up one day, and I was like, hey, I do this podcast. You want to come do it? And he did.
Yeah.
And that's how I met Joe.
Yeah.
And so then, like, Joe, I think he saw, because we used to do like a green screen behind us. And he saw that I could do like green screen work and all this shit. And he was like, whoa, could we cut promos like with this? And I was like, yeah, you want to do one before you leave? And so we cut a promo, and I like helped him with it. So then he came on again, and he was like, I'm going to wrestle, he's like, the next DWO, I'm going to wrestle Tommy Dreamer. They're going to bring Tommy Dreamer, and I'm going to wrestle him. I was like, you want to do a promo for Tommy Dreamer? And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I was like, okay. So we did it.
I was there for that one, right?
Yeah, and Tommy Dreamer saw it.
Yeah.
And fucking loved it. And he was doing the Edge and Christian podcast at the time.
Yeah.
And he goes, dude, check this out. and they played it on their podcast, and they were like, holy shit, this is amazing. And Tommy Dreamer's like, this is my new favorite indie wrestler. And the next episode, because Tommy Dreamer would do their show, and he would do Tales from the Indies.
Yeah. And
he was traveling, so he couldn't do it. So they hit up Joe, and they were like, would you like to do it? And he went and did it. And then the Vice ended up hitting Joe up and wanting to do a whole thing on him.
Yeah.
And so he told his wife, and then he called me.
Yeah.
And he goes, can you help me with this? And I was like, yeah. So we cut, him and Carlos came over, and we did the whole, so there's a promo between the two of them before they did a big match, and we did it in like Bosque, where was it at? Bosque Farms.
Yeah.
In a barn. And so like they both came over one Saturday morning, and I recorded both of their promos in my living room. And that's how I got in, that's how I got into it. Yeah, that was like the beginning of it all.
That's sick.
Yeah, and I remember that match, because Mosh Pit Mike was on that card, and that night or the night before or the night after, ICP was playing, and so of course Mosh Pit Mike was their like security. I don't know if you know.
Yeah.
And so Shaggy 2 Dope was like behind us. I didn't know this, and like someone picked up a chair and threw it in the ring during the match, and everybody's like, "Oh, that was part of it." It was not. It landed on fucking Carlos, and it was part of the ICP like posse. So that was like how it all began.
Yeah, that's funny, bro. That's so funny because this is where like I always think I preach to everyone. Like wrestling's such a small community.
Oh yeah,
because I think that show like there's no foreshadowing or anything of like mine and Tommy Dreamer's relationship, right? Like we're really close friends.
Oh yeah.
But like I met him at that show. That's where it all started, right? You know what I'm saying? So like that's where it's weird. It's all kind of comes to coalition connected, right?
Right.
And it's like I remember I was there like around the Christian, and I remember that was so cool, and I remember being a part of that. So it's cool to hear like that's kind of where you first got, because that's where wrestling is. It brings everything full circle.
Well, and then I ended up doing Comic-Con panel for Christian.
Yeah, that's even sicker.
And I was telling him the story. And he was like, oh, wow. Which is kind of weird. But Joe was telling me how he became so he was a firefighter gimmick. And he was like in shape. That. Yeah, he was like in shape, and he was doing all kinds of shit and to look the part. And one day he was like going to go wrestle somewhere, and the promoter goes, hey, man, we need a guy to be a homeless dude. Yeah. You want to do it? And he was like, no. And he's like, well, then you're probably not going to be on the card. And he's like, oh. And so then he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll do it for this one. Yeah. And so like he like went and got a shirt and like, dirtied it up. And like during the match, he was like, so I tried to play the part. I tried to steal the other wrestler's boots, like, yeah. And like people went crazy for it. But like, it's one of those gimmicks, like you're saying, like you could wrestle a 60-minute match, but you don't have to. Yep. Well, Joe doesn't have to go to the gym and work out because he's a homeless guy. You know? It would be weird if he's like ripped,
100%. That's the thing, is like knowing your character and where you're trying to go with it, right?
Right.
Because there's certain looks and prestigious to it. Like if you're going to be some old weird scientist, we don't expect to be a jacked 60-year-old scientist. You got to be weird, creepy, like Dr. Frankenstein, right?
Yeah. You could be 6'5". That's fine.
You could be 6'5". You gotta be 6'5".
But you gotta be
svelte. Are you bringing up Ocean's like man? Like Talks?
Well, we have a doctor. He's Dr. Talks. He's the greatest doctor ever, but I wasn't thinking about it.
Oh, just because of the old age. That's
maybe.
No, this guy, like, he doesn't want to do bigger things. I don't know. Like, we've kind of talked about it. But
he's happy where he is.
Yeah. But his character is literally the most remarkable character I've ever seen. It's like a mixture of, like, Danhausen, I feel, but, like, he's more science. And so he just, I don't know, Talks has taught me a lot as well, that Talks is great. Like, I don't know how to put into other words.
Oh, how do you brought up the Danhausen thing. So my friend Ming is friends with him.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was during like the AEW stuff. He was doing a lot of cons. So him and Ming would like to hang out and talk. And so Ming's done stuff with, so because of, he did one match in Canada before he came down here, and he was like, so you're part of this wrestling? I was like, yeah. I was like, you want to do some stuff? And I talked to Fred, and we got him in. Now he does it all over the fucking place.
I've noticed that.
and he got to get punched in the nuts by Danhausen.
Yeah. I remember seeing that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, and then now Danhausen is like one of the biggest fucking wrestlers on the planet.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how big he is now, right?
That's why that's why wrestling, bro, like, even if you're not a sports fan, pro wrestling wanted the Knicks to win. Yeah. Because that put pro wrestling in the limelight.
Yes, it did.
100%.
Made, like, with him doing, like, the curse and everything that he's, like, known for.
Right.
It just made everyone be like, maybe this is real. Like, it makes you question it. Like, really.
It's up there with like when they'd have the squid they would have the squid in the tank, and it would choose who won, and then they would win. So there's a wrestler named Danhausen. I have to explain this to Smiley. Yeah, Smiley doesn't stay up with pop culture like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And Danhausen's character is he's like this like quirky evil guy. He wears like face paint, and he wears like a black cape that kind of looks a little bit like a bat. And he goes, I curse you. And like if he's out there doing a wrestling match, he'll curse someone, and then something bad will happen to them during the match.
Oh, I love it.
And so he was in AEW. They kind of didn't really use him well. He went to WWE, and at first I think people were like, what the fuck is this? And then he started doing the curse thing there. And then
is it like a black cape, like a magician?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And he said the Knicks. So the Knicks.
I've seen him.
The Knicks were. He was on like Stephen A. Smith's show, and Stephen A. Smith is a sports guy. And Stephen A. Smith's big thing is the Knicks haven't won since 1973. They're cursed, and he made Danhausen mad. And he's like, well, they're now cursed again. And somehow, some way, he got Danhausen to uncurse them, and they won the NBA title.
Yeah.
For the first time since 1973.
It's so cool.
And so now it's like this thing where he uncursed the Carolina, was it the Carolina Hurricanes or whatever?
Yeah, the Hurricanes.
And they won the Stanley Cup.
They won the Stanley Cup.
So now he's all over the place. Like then he went to the Knicks parade. They gave him a belt. You know,
it's like 70s mysticism.
And,
it's the greatest thing ever.
100%.
And you know what's great? He doesn't have to wrestle. Ever.
Yeah, ever.
No.
He's got the best job.
He doesn't. He just comes out and he goes, "I curse you."
Yeah.
You know.
But
How
it's
do I
cool.
enroll for that?
Right.
Is there any way I can enroll
Well,
for that?
So like we'll do this and then we'll get out. One of the great examples of like what you're talking about, where like you have to know your gimmick.
Yeah.
I feel like is a wrestler by the name of Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Steve Austin in WCW, NWA Jim Crockett promotion, was stunning Steve Austin. He was a member of the Hollywood Blondes, a great technical wrestler who could do all kinds of stuff in the ring. And then he got fired by WCW and Eric Bischoff, who were short-sighted and didn't see him for what he was. He went to ECW, and maybe he needed that, and he got mad, and he started cutting these like promos where he was angry. Goes to WWE, becomes the fucking largest wrestler in the fucking planet with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Goes from having to do several moves in a match to literally he could probably do 5 moves, and it's the greatest shit on the planet.
Yeah.
Like when he wrestled the last time he wrestled at WrestleMania,
Yeah.
he rode a 4-wheeler around. He punched a guy a bunch of times in the face and then stopped to drink his beer. Maybe did one suplex, and people were like, that was one of the greatest matches I ever saw in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Goals.
That's all you need, though. You know what I mean?
Yep.
People want to believe in the mystique. That's our job as a performer, is to give them that mystique.
Yeah, and someone's like, he's not even drinking the beer. He's pouring half of it out. I'm all,
Well, yeah, he's working.
and you're watching it.
He's working,
And,
brother.
and yeah, but he's like hitting the guy, and then he stops, and he's like, "Ugh," hitting him again. And you're like, yeah.
We all want to feel that old school aura.
Yeah.
The old school aura.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
But that's exactly what we're talking about. We're going to take a break here. We're going to, go use the restroom, and Smiley's got to, smoke or do whatever drugs he does. Yeah.
It's just nicotine. Come on, man. You
All right.
drink caffeine.
It's true. So what do you have coming up? What do you? Hey,
Not yet.
Hey,
Not
we're
yet.
not there yet.
So,
Brody. Hey, go ahead.
so coming up, we have the whole reason we're here. My puppers.
Oh,
Hello, puppers. But the whole reason we're here in Albuquerque, man. Oh,
Brody.
it's okay.
You're going to be at AEW on Wednesday.
We missed Titan.
Yeah, so I missed Titan, that's why.
Yeah.
But I'll be in action at All Elite Wrestling coming up Wednesday at the Rio Rancho Event Center. I'll be in action, so if people are looking for tickets or whatnot, use code Lemons, they'll get you 50% off your purchases.
Ooh.
I'm blessed to have the opportunity, and AEW give me the opportunity to do this to help put on the community that helped put me on,
Yeah. Do you know if Fred and those guys are going or no?
I think so. You need
Okay.
tickets?
I might.
You hit me
We
up.
can
I got
help you.
Okay. And then what else you got going on?
So after that, we'll be at Apex on Saturday, June 27th. The following week, we got a bunch of festivals in Utah. The 4th of July is on a Saturday, so most wrestling events obviously aren't running.
Right.
But we got a big July 3rd festival we do in Salt Lake at the Mill Creek Commons. We got July. I'll be in Dublin, Georgia for Lariata Pro. That's one of Luke Gallows and Lasers promotions out there
One of
in
my
Georgia.
favorite.
Where we at the next week? Colorado Wrestling Connection. I got one belt still, so I still have the Colorado Wrestling.
We'll talk about that in a second. Already.
Yeah, so we still got that title, but and then Battleground, and then we're supposed to be back here, but it looks like I'll be back in Utah at the end of the month. So
Oh, you're not coming back for the July?
no, unfortunately, I didn't make the cut.
Oh, that's right. No, I got you. But I mean, hey, it's the
It's the business. I'm
yeah.
not mad at all,
No,
honestly.
no.
I'm so busy, and I
Yeah.
don't mean that in any way. I love to come to Albuquerque anytime I can. I take the opportunity.
He
so.
said that he's too goddamn busy.
I'm blessed. I'm
AEW, TNA, all that sponsorship.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The last wrestlers I had on my show, I can't think of the woman's name, but I had Dick Nemeth and gosh, she's from here, and I can't think of what her name is.
Is it Amara?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
got you.
yeah, she's from
got
here,
you.
I was like, what was her name?
I can say Amara is one of the sweetest people
Yeah,
I have
she
met, and
was
she's
nice.
guided me. She's like,
Yeah.
I got to do the Boys and Girls Club panel with her.
Oh.
Sorry, off subject, but
No, it's so hey. do
it
whatever
was
you want.
one of the coolest things because she is a woman wrestler who's developing into being one of the greatest. So
Oh, wow.
that was so super cool.
Yeah. So it was cool to have them here. They came in because they had the TNA show here.
Yeah.
And they came to promote it. And they asked me if I wanted to do to have God, what's his name? One of the guys from Pride and Power. What was oh God. Oh, I forget. But I was busy. I was like, crap. But we do have the show. So the DCCW show is coming up is July 31st.
Yep.
DCCW show. It's a Friday show. It's exciting. The other thing is, Smiley might want to pay attention to this one. September 20...
Really, I'm trying to take care of the dog.
I know, but I'm just throwing this out there. This is the first announcement of this. September 26th, the 20th anniversary episode of 10 Drink Minimum will be filmed live downtown at a special venue. I don't really have a name for it, but I'm throwing it out there now so people can start preparing. The date is subject to change because I'm waiting to see when DCCW schedules a show.
Yeah.
Because I've missed a couple and I feel really bad about it, but I still also. But I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years and I'd like to have a show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We are going to have 3 musical guests and a DJ and then a show. And then we're going to do like a 10 drink minimum experience. We're going to have we're going to take this studio and we're going to move it to a venue. So
that's sick, bro.
Yeah.
That's sick.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, you guys are in here. How interesting, how crazy is this? Right?
I love it.
Yeah. Did you think it was going to be this?
No. 100%.
No one ever does. I've had people who come in here who do production and they were like, holy shit. Like, okay.
I do a lot of podcasting. Most of them are in their kitchen. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Oh, you mean they don't have their own studio?
No. Lorena, what do you have coming up? You have anything coming up?
I kind of have Apex. When's Apex? One more time.
Where is Apex?
It's in Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. Mesa, Arizona. June 27th.
Hey.
June 27th. And then I have all our Devotion shows. So at Devotion, I actually am a ring announcer, backstage interviewer. So
interesting.
Different light than New Mexico.
We have to talk. We have to compare notes. I didn't know this. Yeah.
Yeah, we can go back to that for sure. That's one of the things that got me into wrestling. And Lillian Garcia is like my remarkable one.
Oh, okay. So you do like what Adam Merrick does, not what I do. I'm sorry. I
it's
thought
okay. It's okay. But then same with Kathy Kelly. Kathy Kelly is the reason I got back into wrestling.
Okay.
To be 100% honest.
Very cool.
Is because the backstage. I want to know why you're doing this stuff. So it's always been that.
Very cool. I didn't even want to do commentary.
Oh, I love it for some reason.
I love it now.
Oh, you have to I don't know, watching Jerry the King Lawler and all those guys commentate on it. I was like, I want to do that. I want to talk about these matches, but at the same time, it's watching Melina, all these female wrestlers, even now Alora and honestly Fallen Gray, Brittany Brooks, all these women changing the industry. It makes me more inspired to go chase my goal, and that's why I tell everybody I'm I started as a referee at FitCon, and then at FanX in Utah I started as the ring announcer.
Nice.
But now I'm developing my way back into training as a wrestler because why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not be the more versatile you are?
Exactly. Let me have 3 opportunities to make you want to come and grab me.
See, there you go.
Exactly.
And that's any job. So we're gonna take a break. We'll be back. Keep tuning in. And we'll be back about 10 minutes. And with that,
we are 10 drink minimum.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You didn't get yourself one.
Right here.
All right, son of a bitch. I thought
I
you
didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't? Okay. Welcome back, 10 Drink Minimum, powered by the one Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. We still have returning one Manny Lemons.
Cess to the best, baby.
Yeah. And we have
I'm off this camera.
We have Ref Lorena.
Hi guys.
Hello. And we still have Smiley.
Hi Smiley.
Smiley, they don't know what's going to happen here. Do you guys have any idea? You never watch my show, right? So have you ever heard of this little drink they call Balort?
It is from the lovely land of Chicago.
Land of Chicago. Do you know anything about what we're about to take a shot of here?
No, please tell me.
No. You never heard of this?
No.
You've traveled, like you don't know?
No, never. I'm a light liquor guy.
This is
It's a light liquor. It's a liqueur.
It's a liqueur.
Yeah.
Ooh, even better.
It's not strong
Yeah.
in alcohol. This is known as the worst tasting liquor known to man.
Ooh, I love that.
They let
I
it.
love it.
They let it stay through Prohibition because they were like, well, this is obviously a medical tonic.
Yeah.
No one's gonna drink this to get drunk.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
So a lot of people say it tastes like hot, dirty rubber bands, including myself.
I think it tastes like bile.
Okay. And it's a Chicago thing. Like when you go to Chicago, they have a thing that's called the Chicago Handshake, and it's a shot of Malort and an old style beer, and usually you can get it for about like $11 at a bar. And people are like, I don't think that's a thing. I'm like, go to a bar in Chicago and say I'll have a handshake, because when we go, we like they'll be like, we'll have 4 handshakes. They'll just line them up, boom, boom. They know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, gosh. So I want to do it's kind of a thing on the show. If it's your first time on, we got to do a shot of Malort.
I'm 2 down, brother.
And I'm interested to see what you guys think of this. Smiley hates it. I'm immune to it. People go, you like, and I have a tattoo of it on my arm.
Wow.
That's what it is and I'm not from there, but I just love the culture. But here's to your show at AEW, man. Here's to,
Thank you, brother.
The man, the brand, the
yes.
lemonade stand.
And here's to success.
To success.
For all of us.
To the moon.
To the moon.
Success.
Let's go.
Yes. All right, hit it.
Oh.
You can actually move that mic down a little. Like, there you go. Let's get your face in there. Yeah.
Does it look like I'm eating the mic, bro?
No.
A little bit.
But I want,
I'll be honest for him.
The face is the brand, man.
Oh.
That's where the money's made, dog.
I want to hear what do you think, Lorena? How did that taste?
That was not the best, but not the worst I've ever had.
All right, what's worse? What's worse?
The cheap vodka. What is it called?
Oh, Dark Eyes?
No, it's like, it starts with an A.
Bartons?
I don't know. My friend always had it in her purse.
It starts with an A?
Yeah. She, like, it
Absolute?
would be in a plastic. No.
Not
It was
Absolute.
like, it had a red label. Again, I don't know. My friend just had it in her bag.
Red Label vodka, Smiley? Starts with an A.
Yeah, give me a
Smiley's
second.
trying to recover from that.
Smiley-
I feel that, though.
Smiley, 2 things. Smiley drinks a lot of vodka, and he works in a liquor store, so.
Good for you.
That's my drink. That's my drink of choice, is vodka usually.
I unfortunately have to do tastings every
Yeah.
weekend, so I get to.
If you want to fly
All the dregs.
Lorena in to do some of those tastings for you,
Yeah.
I got you.
What is a shitty vodka that starts with an A?
I don't remember.
I'm
I don't
curious,
even know
too.
if it started with an A, to be honest.
It's not
It was
Crystal
a red
Palace?
label.
Not
It was-
Crystal Palace.
No, it was cheap red
Wow.
label vodka.
Bartons.
We'll
It might be. Honestly, that sounds really familiar. But
I mean,
my
Barton's
friend,
does have a red label on it.
Yeah.
It does.
So does Crystal Palace.
The cheapest one,
That
too.
as well.
So does Dark Eye. Well,
all
Dark
I
Eye
remember is
white.
my friend had it in her backpack
Oh.
through middle school.
You
Or
have
not
some,
middle school, high school.
I was like, you have
Sorry.
some shady ass friends that are drinking vodka in goddamn middle school.
Right.
Okay, it was high school. My bad. My high bad.
All right.
From high school to
Yeah.
literally, I traveled Vegas for like the first part of my 18 to 20 year life.
Did they have Albertsons out there?
Yeah.
'Cause it might be Albertsons brand.
Burnett's
No,
vodka.
no.
Burnett's
So-
vodka is pretty shitty.
So Utah's kind of funny. They don't really have their own
Oh.
alcohol brands. Like there's a few, like Five Wives,
Five
I think
Wives, yeah.
vodka. That one's phenomenal.
Wait a
but-
minute. They have a vodka called Five Wives.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
god!
sir.
But they make different like flavors and everything.
Yeah.
It's honestly Five Wives. If you want to sponsor me, please. Like they're phenomenal. They're one of the best brands in Utah.
We've carried them before.
Okay.
Exactly. There you go.
Honestly,
Plus, their bottle for Pride Month is remarkable.
Oh,
It's
that's
my
like
favorite.
we were talking about Montucky. Montucky's got bar none the best
cold
Pride.
snack.
They've got the best Pride can of all time.
Yeah.
Have you seen their Pride can?
I haven't.
Is this the one? Let me see. This.
Okay, they normally
No.
have.
So this is the Montucky.
unicorn on it.
No, they usually have like
Okay.
they usually have a
That's
they usually have
legendary.
a horse on it, right? So for Pride Month, they turned it into a Pegasus and a unicorn. So it's the Pegacorn. I'm not kidding. Like they do it for Pride
Honestly,
Month.
that's so legendary.
It's
Like
legendary. The
I would
peppercorn.
buy it just for that reason.
Yeah.
Like that's I'm not gonna lie, like that's the reason I bought the 5 Wives vodka, because the 5 guys on it with the pride flag. I was like, you know what? That's actually cool that Utah does that in their liquor stores.
Okay.
So
I owe you a story.
go ahead. Yes, you do.
So
yes, you do.
we were waiting to go to the bathroom, and I saw your
Sir.
boots. Can you get your boots up in the frame? There you go.
Sparkly.
Maybe.
They're all
I
sparkly.
You gotta turn them.
There you go. She's like in the wrestling business. She goes, sparkles rule. And I was like, you know
learned.
what? I was like, I have a
Damn
story for
straight.
you. So the best person I've ever met, celebrity-wise, it's Jimmy the Mouth of South Heart. I have the picture over there somewhere.
Oh.
And Fred and I did his panel. And I learned more in 45 minutes with Jimmy the Mouth of South Heart than I have in the entire 20 years I've done this show about performing.
Really?
Yep.
Look at his performance career.
With one line that he said, and it blew my brain out of my head. And if you know me, when you see me at wrestling, this line will make sense.
Okay.
So Jimmy, when you think of Jimmy Hart, you think of the megaphone, you think of the jacket, you think of the pompadour, you think of all that shit, right?
100%.
But do you think of a 50s pop singer?
No.
No.
So did you know that he was in a band when he was in the 50s, the Gentrys, and they came out with a song called I Keep On Dancing, and it's a song that if you go play it, you're like, oh, I know that. Last time I ever saw it.
Really? I
Na baby. And like it was on the Teddy Ruxpin commercial. Like there was a commercial where the bear's dancing.
Yeah.
And like they had that song playing. And anyway, his band out of high school did that song, and they had a hit. And him and Jerry the King Lawler went to high school together. Did you know any? Did you guys know this?
No.
So Jerry Lawler, went into the wrestling business, and he called Jimmy Hart one time, and he's like, "Hey man, we're trying to incorporate music into the wrestling business. Can you come and help us?" And he was like, "Well, yeah, I know music." And he goes, "Well, we know each other." So he came in and he started helping with music, and that's how he got in the wrestling business, right? And ended up with Andy Kaufman and all that.
The Mouth from the South, man. I still remember.
Yeah.
Truly looking at him, that makes so much sense now.
And like when he was in WWE, he wrote a lot of the theme songs. He wrote Shawn Michaels' theme song. He wrote a lot of those theme songs, right? So anyway, we're doing this panel. He comes up, and one of the coolest people I've ever met in my entire life. He was so cool. And he was so like receptive to like us doing our, like we're part of Duke City Championship Wrestling. Can we put our poster up next to your booth? And he's like, yeah. And he let us. So he comes up. This is no shit how the panel happens. He's 80 like something years old, by the way. We have the table ready, and we're like, hey, we have a table. Here's the chair. And he goes, no, I'll stand. And we're like, okay.
God damn.
So Fred and I feel like shit because we wanted to sit down, and we're like, well, I guess we're gonna stand too. And he goes, all right, well, let me tell you my story. And we don't even get to start the thing. He goes for like 35, 40 minutes where he tells his entire life story to the people that are there. There's maybe 20. And he goes through all of that stuff. I learned all that stuff. And by the end, he's like, all right. Now I'm gonna pass it on. Oh, you're good. He's like, I'm gonna pass it on to my new favorite tag team, the U-Haul Boys, because they keep it moving. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. What a transition. And he goes, Fred and Chris knew our names. Boom. And Brent and I are like kind of like look at each other like, holy shit, this guy is putting on a clinic on performance, and he was. And this kid stands up, and this has stayed with me, and it has changed my life as a performer. This kid goes, why do you always wear such crazy jackets? And he goes, oh man. He's like, well, I was touring with Steppenwolf, the Beach Boys, and Dick Clark. Our band was.
Yeah.
And in my mind immediately I go, Jesus Christ, what a career you've had. And he goes, one of the shows I wore a t-shirt and jeans. And after the show, Dick Clark came up to me and he goes, if you look like the audience, pretty soon you'll be in the audience. And I was like, dang. Holy fuck. Dang. And he goes, I never forgot that. And like,
branding's important.
And like immediately I'm like, you are correct. If you walk into a place and you don't look like any of the audience, everybody automatically goes, who's that?
The airport test.
Uh-huh.
We're near the airport and someone walks up to you, they say, I don't know what that guy does, but he does something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what the industry gauges everything off of, is that.
Yep. So when I do Duke City Championship Wrestling, I always try to stick out. I don't know if you saw me yesterday. I don't know if you've seen any of the other thing. I try to stand out. Whenever I try to do anything, I show up, I walk in the room, I don't look like anyone else, and I try to go up on stage and I try to perform. And it's because of what he said that one day. It changed my life. And
It's
so
a
I
good
saw your
call.
boots and you were like, hey, you got to shine. You got to look different, you know?
I can truly say, and I will always give Manny props for this, is literally you have to shine to be out there.
Yeah.
So I do ring announcing.
Turn that mic a little
I'm gonna
away.
fix that one.
No, the opposite direction.
this
There you
way?
go. There you
This
go.
way? Okay.
There you go. Now, perfect. Do it again.
So I honestly have learned that from Manny is that like you have to be the shine no matter what, because again, I'm newer. 100% I'm newer.
Yeah.
But how do I get people's attention? The first Duke show I reffed, every person I reffed, they were like, your earrings, your necklace. It was that one thing that was just like, you're different.
Yep.
So I'm 100% grateful for Manny and Devotion for teaching me that you need that one amenity pretty much to make you stick out as a wrestler.
Right. And like we did Comic Palooza in Houston a month ago, maybe. And
last month.
And you never know where the
The
opportunity.
first time ever, someone didn't confuse me for
Corey Feldman.
For Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
I was pretty stoked on that one.
But so like they sent me the schedule. They're like, you guys are gonna do your podcast this night, and then you're gonna and no, they didn't. They posted the schedule. I knew when our show was, and then all of a sudden they were like, they hit me up and they're like, the last year they did a podcast 101 panel, and I didn't even know I was on it last year, and I was like there that Friday, and somebody's like, oh man, are you excited about the panel tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. Oh wait, what? And they're like, yeah, the podcast 101. I was like, yeah, I'm not on that. And they're like, your name's on it.
Well, your name's on it.
And I was like, oh, well, shit, okay.
Oh, dang.
And so then this year, I get an email from the lady, and she goes, hey, would you like to be a part of the podcast 101 schedule? And I was like, sure.
Yeah.
So then the schedule comes out, and I look up where we are, and I go, cool. And I was like, I think I'm part of the podcast 101. I go scrolling down, I find it. And they're like, a podcast 101 panel with this person, this person, this person, this person. And I go, what the fuck? I'm not on it. Moderated by Chris Burnett. I was like, son of a, I'm moderating? I'm moderating the whole fucking thing.
Wow,
So they, like,
you're
gypped
really
you.
good.
And so then I was like, so the word sure went, and I was fine. So then that's the thing that like everyone has seen from that whole thing, that they know me from, because I pop in and I'm like wearing all blue. I have blue shoes, blue pants, and a blue denim jacket. And I'm pointing at the camera at one point, and it was really funny because this is the wrestling in me. Is like I'm walking around in front. They're like, "Do you want to be up on stage with them, with everyone else?" And I was like, "No, I want to be walking out in front of everyone else because I don't look like anyone, right?"
Exactly.
And the photographer for the con comes around. And this is the wrestling in me right here. So like someone's talking, and I'm leaning up against the
stage.
The stage.
100%.
And I look over at the cameraman, or the person with the camera, and they're like kind of chilling, and they have the camera down, and I see their eyes, and I lean on the thing, and I look at them straight, and they go. and then as soon as I see the cue, I look away in a pose. And I know, and I don't know where those photos are, but they took them, and that's like, you know, you meet their gaze while people are talking, and I have no idea what the person on stage said, but boom.
He was posing. I was in the audience. I was taking photos too. I was like, oh, check his pose.
You know, being a ref, that's kind of what it is too. That I've learned is like you have to pose for this stuff.
Yeah.
And again, I will always glorify Manny and DCW because that's where I started. but it's like they've taught me like my facial expressions. They've taught me stuff like that, you know. And truly, to be honest, like even last night, Maddie was like, you need to be more generic. You need to be more just like in it.
Organic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so it's like, I've watched this since I was 7 years old, completely believing that literally Edge is going to beat the hell out of Matt Hardy. Let's be 100% honest.
That was real, though.
Okay, other than that, but like...
That was fire. Yeah, right.
And I will always say this, because I literally was on Jasmine St. Clair's podcast like a few weeks... Is
she really cool? Is she, I missed that show.
Honestly, 100% honest, I honestly love Jasmine. Yeah. Jasmine is an inspiration to me because she did everything in the industry that I want to develop into.
She pivoted from...
Oh, yeah.
porn to pro wrestling. Yeah.
And that's why it's like unscripted. My brother literally told me that's what Jasmine St. Clair is known for.
Yeah. Right.
And I looked at him and I was like, no, she helped me. Like, she made me realize, like, pretty girls can do this too. Because she's still gorgeous to this day. Like, and I tell Manny this, like, Jasmine and me have had conversations that I feel that I could go to her and ask her for advice, like, and that's remarkable because I remember seeing her, my brother bringing up those reruns of being like, this is who she is. Remarkable. Remember her. And everything I've done so far in the wrestling industry has been in footsteps of her.
Okay.
So doing one of my bigger, like, first podcasts with her has changed my motivation because it's like, I want to get bumped. I want someone to hit me while I'm a manager, but at the same time, seeing Alora, seeing Fallen, seeing Brittany, seeing all these women who are up at Zamaya.
Yeah,
Zamaya. Like, seeing these women come up in this industry and being like, I want in the future to be able to face you face to face. Not as a ref, not as a ring announcer, as a wrestler. So I can truly say, and I've told Manny this, Zamaya, Fallen, Brittany, all these up-and-coming girls in the indie industry have made me more motivational.
It's intense, like how
great.
Good the. So one thing at Duke City Championship, like when we started, it was you had all men because the biggest complaint, and I would get this like when we go out. Because I don't know if you guys know this, I helped start this. Like I was one of the original owners.
Yeah.
There's a picture of me, Fred, Joe.
I did see that earlier, and I looked at Manny. I was like, "That's a picture with Hobo Hank, one of our wrestlers, Dalton Hood and Dan the Man." Yeah, they are obsessed. Tell me I'm wrong. They're obsessed with Hobo Hank.
That's cool.
Yeah, they are.
Well, we all started it together, and I had to step down. My father got sick, and he ended up passing away. But and then when the cool thing is they were like, okay, and Fred was like, hey, we're here if you want to come back. And they waited a couple months, and Fred's like, well, I'm hitting you up. Do you want to come back? And I said, yeah. And he's like, do you want to be an owner, or what do you want to do? You want to be in the ring? You want to do you want to do something? I was like, I'll do commentary again because I did commentary.
Yeah.
I'll do the commentary. We'll see where we go from there. And so I came back as just commentary because I'm a performer.
It's a boot him out of the ring.
No, that's not what happened.
I know.
I don't like
pile driver.
I don't like the bit. I don't want to do the business part of it. I want to be like, okay, doing this for 20 years. Like we would go set this thing up, and we would do this at places, and it took a long time to get to that level where I could show up and just sit down and talk. And people are like, well, what do you mean? I was like, well, I would have to do that myself. I would have to set all this up. I would have to do all this shit, and I would have to stress and do the production part of it. I want to show up and just sit down, be the judge of whatever.
This guy.
Be the I want to walk in. I want someone to hand me the microphone. I want to do the thing I need to do, and sit it down and walk away.
You set that stage up for me.
Go on. I don't want to do any of that. I don't want to set the ring up. I don't want to break the ring down. I want to show up. I perform and I leave. Exactly. And I enjoy that. And not leave. I like to stay and I like to talk to people. And I've paid the dues that I need to pay. I don't want to go to the business meetings.
He injured himself on stage.
I did. I was getting in the ring.
I slipped. It happens eventually.
I slipped between the ring and the yeah. But you guys get that, like you're the owner of your own thing, and it's a lot of work.
100%.
The amount of work. So like what people don't understand, and I am not Manny Lemons, but the amount of work that Manny Lemons goes through to put on a 2-hour show is a tremendous amount of fucking work. I don't even know if you do a 2-hour show.
Can I be truly honest?
2.5 hours sometimes.
You have to do all the work.
No.
I delegate a lot of shit. I'm just kidding.
Manny, okay, and this is just from the Utah perspective. I've been in Manny's life for a year.
Okay.
The amount of stress and like stuff he deals with is unregular.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And I'm not just saying that like
I don't want that.
No. This man's phone, I'll be sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And this man's phone's going off at like 8 a.m. And I'm bro, I just want to sleep. But it's like, he's such, and I've told him this, like, he's such a leader. He's such a motivator to the people in this industry, such as like, who knows, out of state country, like, not countries, but states that want to develop that vibe he has for Devotion. Like, truly being part of Devotion for a year. I started back in June. And it has changed my life, and it has made me grow as a person. But that's because Manny has such a strict hold with his community, with the people in charge. Like, this man, and I will vouch for him every single day of my life, is that he wakes up to these text messages of, like, blah, 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 this is going on. Blah, 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 this is going on. And then he just deals with it. And so it's like...
Well, wrestlers are drama.
Oh my gosh, it's the worst thing I've ever thought of.
You have these guys who are big, muscle, and they're like, I will not do that show of such and such as that. I will not.
I don't like this. I don't like that. And honestly, like, being in Devotion, I've seen Manny develop, like, just certain people. Like, our new heavyweight champion, Pablo... El Pirata de la Muerte.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what she said.
I do.
One more time.
It's a little scary.
El Pirata de la Muerte. He literally criticized me for his name. Literally. But he's
Does he know that's hard to pronounce and that's not the best way to go?
But she's Latina, so
that's why he gets mad at me.
It's a culture thing.
But he's literally one of the first people that I became, honestly, like, looking up to in Devotion. Like, he gave me my first, like, valet match.
Yeah.
I valeted him out in Apex literally last year. It's gonna be hitting a year, but he's done the work. Like, the kid's gotten a AAA tryout. The kid has fucking got an exposure match. Like, Manny creates these avenues for his Devotion wrestlers that no one understands. And it's frustrating because it's like,
well, they just expect it.
Exactly, but it's like these people see him. Manny Lemons is this zest, but a great guy. Like, that's truly a statement. Like, Manny has, I can say this, I had not a horrible, let me pull back. I've had a very stressful life prior to Manny. But being involved in wrestling...
He's going to fix your mic for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
There we go.
Down a little bit.
You gotta talk in the goddamn microphone.
I'm trying.
Down a little bit, Smiley. There you go.
There we go.
We want to see your face. A little more. There we go.
Anyways, next subject.
Manny has created an avenue, even just in Utah, that it just changes your vibe, to be honest.
Yeah.
And he's, like, created these avenues for us newer generation. Dalton Hood, El Pirata de la Muerte, Braxton Hooks, Josh Martinez, like, all these people in Devotion that have the opportunity.
I like how you have all these cool names and you go, Josh Martinez.
Okay, Josh is just a different thing. His name is Josh Badger.
Saleh is watching. Did you see Saleh as well?
Hi, Saleh.
Hi, Saleh.
Saleh is one of the sweetest humans I've met in wrestling.
Saleh, go to fucking bed.
Okay.
I love you, Saleh.
So Saleh and I knew each other. So I doing this show. Like, people go, "Oh, your show's a music podcast," because I have all my friends are musicians.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's how I knew Saleh. So Saleh, I have a story about Saleh. So my friend, my roommate, one of my old co-hosts from the show, a big musician, he around town, Billy Belmont.
My roommate now.
His roommate now. We played his music at the break. he goes, yeah, my friend, his cousins are wrestling at WrestleMania today. And I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't process in my brain what you said to me just now. He's like, my friend, Saleh, who's a musician, his cousins are wrestling at WrestleMania today. And immediately I go, oh, yeah. Saleh. And I go, the Usos? And he goes, yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was like, so your friend Saleh is Samoan? And he goes, yeah, how did you know? I was like, well, I mean, his name's Saleh and fucking, So then I go, so your friend Saleh is related to The Rock? And he goes, I don't think so. Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah. And so then he goes, tell me some wrestling stuff so I can say it to Saleh. So I start telling him wrestling stuff. So he starts texting it to Saleh. And Saleh's like, dude, you know wrestling? And so he does this thing where he like plays off that he knows wrestling, and I'll tell him things, and he texts Saleh, and they go back and forth, and he goes, Saleh said this, what do I respond to that? And I tell him, and so he responded. And so we had that going for a while, and then we had Saleh on the show. And we did the Jerry Springer where we're like, well, Saleh, the truth is, Chris is actually the one who was telling me all the things. I don't actually watch wrestling. And it was kind of funny. It was like a funny thing. So then when Duke City Championship Wrestling started happening, Saleh wasn't a part of it. And
yeah, not originally. That's
no.
Right.
And I kept telling Fred, I was like, I have this guy. His name's Saleh Taylor. He's Samoan. He's part of the family. And I was like, we got to get him here. And he's like, oh, well, you think he's a good guy? I was like, dude, he's the greatest guy. And Absolutely. And then
Absolutely.
And luckily I kind of got him to come, and we got him in, and then I left. And then Saleh is now like one of the most integral parts of the company. And it's like it's so good that happened. And it's just that wrestling is a small community thing. It's such a fucking cool thing. And, yesterday his uncle was there, Rakishi,
That was so cool.
Wasn't that cool? And he got Chavo there. And so going back to what you were saying about being Latina.
Yeah.
So I'm from New Mexico.
Okay.
So we're in Houston. We're in Houston. And our friends from New Jersey are there. Brody. Our friends from New Jersey are there. And my friend from Jersey's like, yeah, man, I can't wait to meet E.C. Morales. And I go, stop. And he goes, what? I go, it's Isai Morales. And he goes like, oh, okay. I was like, it's not EC.
Yeah.
It's Isai Morales.
He's a legend. How can you...
And he's like,
happens all the time.
You know who Isai Morales is, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's Bob La Bamba.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a really nice guy.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's funny because Saleh has been one of the sweetest humans, like part of like
oh, he's so great
that like I've met at Duke. And it's like I told Manny this like jokingly. I was like, hey, if Fred and him want to like do like a rigged match where like I'm the bad ref that I defend Saleh or whatever, I would do it 100% because
and he's injured right now. He got beat down.
I know.
Brutally beat down.
Hey, I checked his arm. He was fine. He could move it a little bit. So we're just hoping for like a 6 to 9.
He took a vicious beating yesterday. They bent the chair.
They hurt him, and I wanted to come out, but they kept holding me back. That's all I have to say to Saleh. I was trying to defend him. But
the question is Chelsea Dotson with Saleh?
Oh, 100%. Chelsea Dotson is one of the most amazing girls in this avenue that I truly have learned from her, developed from her, and talked to her. Yeah. I truly love Chelsea, and Chelsea every time at a Duke show is one of the first humans to come up to me and say, hey girl, hey, and like talk to me. Chelsea is an inspiration because Chelsea is I told Manny this. Chelsea like makes me like hyped. Like I'm like, she's a like, excuse my language, she's a freaking badass. Yeah. She does things that like women thrive for. And Chelsea, like every time I see her, no lie, she hypes me up for me to ref up my matches.
You had to. Okay, so Power Slap.
Go ahead.
Power Slap is crazy.
It's insane.
So we have two in Duke City Championship Wrestling. We have two power slap athletes.
Johnny Magna,
the number 5th ranked Johnny Magna in the world.
That's insane, yeah.
And Chelsea Dodson.
Yeah.
So Chelsea Dodson, again, this is one of those things where it's like you may lose, but you won. She had the power slap where the woman ridge-handed her across the face. It broke her nose.
Dude.
I watched that fucking clip maybe 100 times. And I told her, I was like, I watched that clip of you, and that was fucking it. And she got right back up, broken, just fucked
She
her.
was ready. She was just ready. She's like, ma.
She's such a cool.
Yeah. Oh, I know. That was intense.
Yeah. it's so we had Johnny on the show, and it's funny because like I had a guy, one of the guys that was in the chat somewhere. He's like, I listened to your show with that guy Johnny Magna on. He's like, that was riveting. He's like, I couldn't. Like,
that was a fun episode.
It was a fun episode. But
I had no idea who it was. I'm like, what are you at, DJ?
All right, but it takes me to this question here.
Go ahead.
So, with Power Slap, with UFC, with pro wrestling, with like extreme sports, it takes a different person to do these things. What is wrong with you guys?
I'm gonna let Manny go first, actually.
What is wrong with you?
Because I just got into this.
Because and I'm gonna reference something to explain explain the question. There was a pay-per-view where Edge and Christian and the Hardy Boys wrestled each other, and there was a steel cage involved, right? Mm-hmm. There was a spot where Jeff Hardy was on top of the cage, and I believe like Christian was on the ground, on the concrete outside. And Jeff Hardy swantoned off the top of the cage, and Christian moved out of the way, and Jeff Hardy landed flat back on the concrete off the top of the steel cage. Now, knowing what I know, if they made that choice, what the fuck is wrong with you guys that you do stuff like this? I'm going to jump off this, you're going to move, and I'm going to land on my back on the concrete. On the concrete.
I think I can do it. I'll be fine.
It's a stuntman mentality, right?
There is, brother. There's no other feeling like it, right?
Yeah.
The thrill of performing,
right?
The thrill of presenting a product and giving them everything you fucking got.
Maybe you should throw me off that wall and then into the wall.
And sometimes your adrenaline's going so much, you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the goddamn concrete bump. You know what I mean? Like that's a real life thing, and it's like. Mm-hmm. At that moment, he probably feels it 20 years later because I fucking feel it. So he's got to feel it, right? Like, there's no way he doesn't. Right. But, like...
Oh, Jeff Hardy?
Yeah,
Jeff Hardy's... If the fact he can walk now is...
Yeah, like, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like... But, like, the fact when you can walk out there and you command the attention of the audience, you want to know what... You guys want to know a high?
Yeah.
That's a fucking high.
Oh, yeah.
That's the high that we all crave.
When you walk out and everyone's cheering for you.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Even, like, not to cut Manny off, like, being a ref, like, I've gotten, like, the hey, besties, or, like, the La Reina, like, cheers, and it's, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, that's what's motivated me to become, like, training and stuff, because it's, like...
We like our refs out here.
Yeah.
We will cheer for them.
It's addicting. It's literally addicting. It's like that high. It's like, oh, keep cheering my name. Keep cheering. Hey, La Best. Because my catchphrase in Utah, and I love it because I just was joking around one day, and I was like, hey, besties, it's your girl, La Reina. And it literally popped off more than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, I came, was it to, like, I don't know if it was Colorado or, like, Arizona. And someone looked at me and they're like, hey, no, it was Atlanta. My bad. It was Atlanta, and it was Keith Shell. And he was like, he's like, hey, you're the hey besties girl. And I was like, oh,
it's good to
what
know Manny
I'm
Lemons,
doing.
huh?
Yeah. 100%. But that was like the most, like, one of the hitting moments. But like my most defined moment is my 7-year anniversary with Devotion. I was maybe 4 months in, just so fans know, I was going through a divorce at this time. I'm still going through a divorce. I go out to the show. I put my best oh, 100%. Legend, a rock star, like someone who I watched. Even like our 7-year, we had Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson.
Really?
Oh my gosh! And those two. Let me put it like this.
Too sweet.
Yes.
Those two have
Bullet Club, baby.
Oh, I love them, and I love Gallows, and I love Anderson, and he knows that. Like, I literally have gone up to Anderson and have asked him for advice. I've gone up to Gallows and asked him for advice, and it's like, did 7-year-old me, 8-year-old me, whatever, think that this was going to happen? No. Getting able to talk to my idols, such as these men, to come and tell me, hey, this is what you need to fix, this is what you need to do, you're great, let's do this. And I'm grateful because even Manny has done the same thing.
Yeah. What's it?
Hi, Phoenix.
Phoenix, go to fucking bed.
It's not his bedtime yet. That's why.
Phoenix Claypool. Who's that?
Yeah, who is that?
He's one of our other devotion team members.
He's part of the staff now. He's part of the devotion staff.
Yes. So Manny, I will say this in great admiration.
Welcome to the chat.
Thank you. Manny does a lot for our community more than anyone understands.
Oh, I believe it.
This man goes to, there's a place in Utah called Journey House, and it helps people that have special needs to develop into normal society, such as work and stuff like that. Manny goes and talks to these people and to encourage them. Again, as well as he goes to the Boys and Girls Club in Utah to literally sponsor these kids who have had a rough childhood. And
what's up, bitch?
I truly wish like I said, I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
What?
Yes, December 28th, 1996.
What?
I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
A baby.
I was a baby, yes.
No, you are a baby.
I still am. But I never thought, and I've told Manny this, I never thought I would step back foot in New Mexico. So to be the first female ref in New Mexico.
Land of entrapment. In Land of Enchantment, though.
I'm grateful because it's I never thought, and I've said this to everyone in my lifetime, I would never step foot in New Mexico again.
Oh, wow.
But being being the first female ref of DCCW, and being able to be something of NWA, is remarkable.
Isn't it cool?
Oh, I love it. I love Pollo. I love Brian Idol. Me and Brian Idol have had a conversation. Yeah, I get that face.
Wait.
But I love Brian Idol. He's helped me.
Wait till you should watch the whenever his episode comes up.
Please.
Of what I say about him.
Manny, you should
I'm not beating up Johnny Autism, Phoenix. Quit
Phoenix.
it.
Manny, you should
Aren't
beat up
you living with him, though? And this is the thing, and I want to give Manny props, and Manny is not a big fan of this always. Manny has developed a community in Utah, at least where I'm at, that these people feel so accepted, so in a family unit. He's helped people again, Johnny Autism that we had earlier, Phoenix, multiple of our security just to feel involved in wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Because in reality, this is more of a family community.
It is. It's two things. Mm-hmm. It's a family and it's a traveling circus.
Exactly.
Fucking percent.
You know, and the weird thing when people go,
whenever you're on tour, you become family when you're on tour.
Yeah.
Oh, you learn so much about each other. Yeah. Manny laughs because I have Dan the Man, one of our wrestlers. Alton Hood, again, El Pirata de la Muerte. I've had these guys on tour that I've developed special relations. El Pirata de la Muerte, Pablo, and I will always give him this fame, is that he let me valet for him my first ever thing ever. And it was funny because it was the Apex, and I was literally training for 2 weeks? I want to say 2 weeks.
Sure.
Okay. But I trained for like, not even that, but Pablo literally.
If that.
Shut up. Anyways, Pablo literally gave me the ability to try that out.
Yeah.
And I love Pablo to death, and I have like a loyalty for him for that. And so it's like Manny, Pablo, Dalton have truly, to be honest, have developed my La Reina career more than anything.
Oh yeah.
But I have to piggyback on that because it's fucking wild, right? With wrestling, like everything is so in the box. Everyone's in the box, right?
Yeah.
I feel like once you're in the ocean, the sharks are yours to deal with.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
100%.
As a promoter, as a professional, as a leader, I would never ever put someone in a position to fail.
No.
Right? So if I knew she could obtain this ability, at least learn a lesson or learn the business, right? Then I've done my job as a fucking professional, right?
Should I go with the first story?
Well,
Should I go with the first story?
Let me throw something in there.
Go ahead.
When you talk about the shark thing, as a performer, it's weird to be in a group where people want you to succeed, because there's so many people out there that want you to fail.
100%.
And here's the worst thing. Here's the worst thing as a performer is if there's no one out there that wants you to fail, because that means you're not important.
Yep.
If there,
I feel personally assaulted.
No, but I mean that's the thing. If there's people out there that want you to fail, I look at it as, like I've actually told someone this to their face. They're like, you know what? There's people out there rooting against me, and I go, oh, well, that means you move the needle.
Yeah.
And that means you're doing good. And they were like, and immediately they were like, oh, I hadn't thought of that. I was like, because if you weren't doing good and you weren't important, they wouldn't care.
100%.
Right?
100%.
And
100% right.
And that's weird, right?
Yeah,
But
no.
What about taking it in the other direction?
What do you mean?
Maybe people do care about you and they want you to succeed.
No. Those are fans.
Yeah.
Fans are those. I'm talking about other people that are doing what you do.
Yeah. I can, and I'm not going to say
They're not
anything.
mutually
It's like,
exclusive.
Yeah, 100%.
There's people out there who root for you to fail, my friend.
Oh yeah, they're waiting for you to drop the ball, and
I'm the most
weird.
hated guy in Utah, bro. It's the most ass backwards thing. All I ever wanted to do was to elevate the territory. Yeah. But these guys think, well, it's because he fucking started before. I was like, no, it has nothing to do with it. I'm doing what's
you
best
just been
for
around forever, man.
Right. And it's that mentality. And
I can vouch for Manny. It's like some of these people, it's like, it's scary because they think that you stole it from it. Like,
it's obsessive.
Yeah. And it's,
well, and like it took me a little while to get away from that mentality where like people would start another like a podcast in Albuquerque and they'd do something like people would steal our stuff, like people would steal our
every
shit.
week we do something new. They would
steal it, and people were like, we should be flattered by it. I was like, well, I am, but then I figured out after a while. Here's what I figured out in life. Anything like this, or like wrestling, or like being in a band, or whatever, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
And if you look, if you worry about what other people are doing, then you can't do what you're doing.
Yeah, you don't have enough time.
And like if they either have
you don't have enough time to do that.
If they either have the work ethic that you do, or they don't, and they won't make it. And that's how it goes.
They're taking our creativity.
Yeah.
Everyone will eventually weed themselves out.
Yes.
Everyone will. And that's like the thing is like, bro, 14 years nonstop, right?
And the entertainment business is so hard. Like, someone's going to burn themselves out unless they love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like every weekend, everywhere.
Dude, I follow you on social media, and you're either doing wrestling in Utah, doing wrestling for us, wrestling for TNA, wrestling for AEW. And like TNA, are you signed with TNA?
No, bro, I'm a free agent.
Because you were like doing a lot of backstage stuff with them. Like you were like one of the characters in
Sorry, like I have to eliminate that.
Bro, it's funny because like I
frustrating.
think the image I presented online has presented that I'm an exclusive talent, right?
No, yeah.
So, but like that's not a real case. I'm a free agent because I was even talking to like the NWA last night at the show.
Okay.
They're like, "Oh, we thought you were signed to TNA."
Nope.
And like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm a free agent. That's why I'm here.
Billy Corgan, listen up.
Hey, Corgan, what you doing, brother?
I want to say this, and like Manny's probably gonna be like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
But like,
Probably will.
I never thought in Utah that Utah wrestling would be a thing.
Really?
Oh, 100%. Like
I've never been to Utah. I don't know what it's like.
Beautiful
Utah
place.
is beautiful, but it's very closed off.
Yeah.
And so I looked at my brother, and I will always remember this moment. This will be one of those burn moments. November, Thanksgiving time, 23. I look at my brother, and I'm like, I want to wrestle. I've tried college. I've tried all this stuff. Nothing answers to me.
Right.
What am I supposed to do? My brother's like, I was like, I'm moving to Vegas. I'm going to go to FSW. Like, I had this whole career planned.
Mm-hmm.
My brother seriously laughed and looked at me, and he was like, you don't need to leave Utah. He's like, there is a school in Salt Lake City. It's called Devotion Championship Wrestling.
Manny Lemons.
And it's exactly. And my brother's like, I saw him at FSW. This will be the best promotion to go to.
Well, let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
As a boss,
Yes.
what is Manny Lemons like?
Manny
He's
Lemons.
not here, by the way. He's not here, by the way. He will not hear
You
it.
can't see me.
Okay, I'm going to cover. Manny Lemons is one of the best bosses you could have. Manny Lemons is trying to direct you into a place of this future that you don't understand.
All right.
Manny has told me he sees more potential in me than being a ring announcer referee.
Yeah.
Why am I not going to take my coach's mentor's advice and seeing the best potential in me?
Yeah.
When in true honesty, like I said, I grew up here. Let me be 100% face forward. My dad left my life. Let's be 100% honest. I had no desire to do anything bigger than being a lawyer, being a doctor, being these little minimal
I
things.
like how you're like, I don't want to be nothing better than like a lawyer or a doctor. Like it's
Like,
in the
that's
plan.
terrible.
You know, in
That's-
my
that's
opinion,
the
I feel
minimum?
that if you're able to do
I didn't want to
these-
go any higher than that.
Yeah.
I feel that the entertainment industry is a lot higher because you're at a lot higher of a criticism.
That's not how my
what
mom
you do,
feels
no matter
about it.
what you say, you're
Yeah.
criticized. Doctor, lawyer, you're not criticized as bad, but like
Yeah.
entertainment, you're gonna be criticized for any and everything you do.
Yeah, of course.
So like, why not be that big bang?
There is no if, you will.
Oh no,
Are you guys in a hurry to get out of here?
no,
Or do you guys
no,
wanna go?
we love
Okay,
this.
Cool. Okay,
we
cool.
love this.
Okay.
And I'll tell them that. I tell them this. I like.
We're here till Wednesday, dog.
I've honestly
I
have
need
been into wrestling since
to
I
go
was.
potty.
Oh, we'll go potty. We'll go without you.
Oh,
Go potty.
go potty.
He doesn't take breaks, the potty break, and so we go over.
Here, I'll even do the like finger thing.
Go-
like,
go to the bathroom.
Potty. Go
Hand me the
potty.
dog and go to the bathroom.
Yes, go potty.
The dog was actually the main thing.
Yeah.
But I can truly say, like, any woman, man, anything in Utah, like,
Yeah.
wanting to aspire to be like, honestly, best way to example, John Cena, Lita,
yeah?
Trish, any of these, like, superstars, come to Devotion Championship Wrestling. That's where you're going to have the most opportunity because truly, in Utah, what is it? Like, what are we? Southern? We're not Southern.
No.
St. George.
We're in northern Utah.
Northern Utah, like developmental,
Yeah.
you're not going to find anything better than us. And it's truly honest because Manny does create those avenues for you if you're ready. Manny looked at me and he's like, look, you have potential, but you need to grow. Manny didn't bring me on the road until I was ready.
Okay.
And I will tell anybody that. Like, I look at friends like I've met recently and they're like, you learned how to ref before you learned how to wrestle? 100%, because I'd rather learn every single avenue, ring announcing, refereeing, whatever, to be a better wrestler so I can have all those avenues that WWE, TNA, AEW can look at and be like,
I can pop in any of those roles.
yep, what do you need me to do?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my Trish Stratus story?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So, Fred and I did the panel for Trish Stratus, Kevin Nash, and who else was there? Eric, the guy from WWE. Eric, he had the big beard and he was bald.
Eric Rowan.
And Booker T.
Yeah.
And all of them were great. But Trish was. Have you met her? You guys met her? Oh, she is fantastic. She is super nice. So of course, Ming and her are friends. Because Ming knows and loves everyone. So we're out on stage, and Trish says something about, let me piggyback off that. And Fred's like, oh, you're gonna give Chris a piggyback ride. And she goes, you want me to give Chris a piggyback ride? I'll give Chris a piggyback ride.
Yeah.
So Trish Stratus gave me a piggyback ride on stage. There's video of it. That's pretty sick.
Legendary, though.
Right?
Legendary.
Yeah. And immediately I go, all right. And I don't even say no. I don't even think about it. I immediately go up there and I it's like a second. But like, Trish Stratus gave me a piggyback ride. I can say that for the rest of my life.
Your life, brother.
Yes, I can.
How many other people can say that, though?
No, not many.
Exactly.
Not many. And people were like, I wouldn't wash my front. And I was like, don't be a sick weirdo, okay?
I mean, Manny got to, and I will always glamorize this because this is when we started like talking. Yeah. He got to be an extra security at SmackDown.
Oh.
And so it's
wait a minute, that's not true. He's not a security guy. That's not real.
No,
Not me.
Never.
That was never
That
me.
was never him. But he got to be with the legendary. Again, I told him this. I texted him this. I'm like, I'm so jealous. But he got to be with Tiffany Stratton, someone who has inspired me to grow in this industry, and Jade freaking Cargill. I love that woman.
So that was recently.
Yes.
When was this, Manny?
Salt Lake.
20. It was right
this
before
last
this.
year.
It's Halloween.
How tall is Jade Cargill? She's pretty tall, right?
Yeah, Jade's a homie. She's a cool person.
Cool shit.
Yeah, it's cool as fucking fuck, man. Like,
good.
I worked with her at the Nightmare Factory a lot. Like with my ex, like she would go in there and wrestle with her and whatnot.
Goals.
But like I had a lot of time with her, and she's just a genuine good fucking person.
Who is someone you got to meet that you were like, holy shit, this is someone I've like always wanted? John Cena?
I'm just kidding. Bro, he texted me. Survivor. I will never forget this. Survivor Series. This last year, Manny was like, "Hey, guess what I'm doing?" I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Cena just shook my hand." I was like,
I marked out. Yeah.
Again, like I've been watching wrestling my whole life, so hearing Cena literally came and shook his hand, I was like, I died because I love Cena. Cena was the wrestling.
It's weird because I can never ever gloat about the extra work shit I did, right?
Because you're not allowed to, right?
I'm not.
Is there NDA?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So like,
I hate that.
Like, I'll say this right now. Like, I was on TV with Cena one time, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's cool as hell. Like,
yes,
to me, like that's the GOAT, right?
If nothing ever in your life happens, you were there.
But like, those are moments that I'll cherish forever. Because like, dude, I'm in this weird phase of my life where it's like I'm kind of there, but I'm not, right?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So like you're like fighting and trying to find excuses, but then you look back at the trail you paved, you're like, man, you made an impact on a community that had nothing.
Yeah.
You created something, right?
Yeah.
So like
you're an overnight success in 14 years.
Yeah, 100%. Fucking 100%.
I'm just saying, Manny should share his story of going viral.
No. If you can't, you can't. I get it.
We don't share anything here.
You don't share anything here.
No, yeah. If you can't, if you don't, if it would hinder you later on, please do not.
Off the podcast,
yeah.
Off the air
frequently.
I tell a lot of stories. Like,
I have, dude. When I'm retired,
I don't have an agent.
I'm having my own podcast of wrestling tales, and tell you, it will be the #1 rated show in America.
Oh yeah.
100%. I've worked with everyone.
I believe it.
Everyone. I worked with everyone.
Yeah, but who is someone you were just name the name of someone you were like, I can't believe I'm in the room with this human being.
Sting.
Nice.
I worked AEW. Obviously, AEW signed Sting, right?
Yeah.
So I did a lot of work.
How do you feel about that? I feel like they did a killer job of it.
They did phenomenal.
Thank you.
The fact that Sting could still wrestle.
I was jumping off shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
He still could wrestle right now in 2016, right? Sting's from the 80s, 90s, right?
Dude, I was a kid. I was a little boy. So I was born in 75.
Yeah.
When Sting was in Jim Crockett Promotions, when he came over, I was like, he was the Surfer Sting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I love this guy. He was the greatest thing on the planet. And then when I was in college and he became the fucking Crowsting, I was like, he's in the Raptors.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It was like fucking must see goddamn fucking television.
Dude, it was phenomenal. And
Yeah.
that era of wrestling was phenomenal. And
Yeah.
that's what attracted me to wrestling.
Yeah.
So like when I met Sting at AEW, he's still kind of he's still the Crow Sting, right? Just obviously like in his later career.
Yeah.
But it was still cool to have him say, "Hey, I'm Steve Borden. Where's catering?" You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes,
shit.
yes.
Dude, Sting, right? You know?
I meet Kevin Nash, and he's like, "God damn, it's cold in here."
Yeah.
And we do his panel, and he's like, and Fred goes, "What's the coolest thing you've ever signed?" And he goes, "Oh, a cadaver's on him." And he goes, "Oh wait, that was in here because this place feels like a goddamn meat locker." So then later on, I go to get his picture, and immediately he like sees me, and he goes, "I found out why it's goddamn cold in here." He's like, "They had a concert last night and they had to fucking turn the air conditioner on." And I'm like, "Oh, can I get a signed picture?" You know?
That's how it is, though. Sometimes how it is.
They're all just people, man. Yeah. Where's catering? I love that.
That is, and it's like it was such a small interaction, but like I mean I've met and talked to him since then, but that was the first, right? The first interaction, and you're like, dude, this guy is like the entire reason I'm even backstage right here right now is because of this dude, right?
Yeah.
So like it was cool. It was cool to have that moment, and like some people go through their whole entire life never having that.
No,
I was able to experience that.
Well, and you didn't get the like meet and greet Sting, like where he's like, "Oh hey," and he's like playing the character.
Never,
you got the guy in the back that's like, "Oh man, I just flew here. It sucks. And I'm tired. Where's the food at, man?" You know, you got that one, which is cool. I think it's kind of cool. So I get to go to like I love green people. Like
one of my favorite stories from you.
Yeah. Go.
It's honestly like a green room story. And it is La Bamba.
Oh.
And he's like,
"Oh yes.
What kind of soup is this?"
Okay. So the very first con I ever did. Was the Kane Lita and all that. So I'm like devastated by the Lita thing. I walk back through the green room door, and like I sat.
I've
there.
never been into the green room. I am a menace.
We're working on Smiley getting there to where he can get in the green room.
Yeah,
I'm a green room aficionado. I love a green room. I love a crafty. I love all that. And so we walk back through the door, and like, what a surreal moment. So I'm standing there, and I'm 51. I look to the left, and this is what I see. I see Chekhov and Beverly Crusher talking.
Yeah.
So I see Star Trek The Next Generation and the original Star Trek having a conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So I look to the right, and there is, what's her name? From The Office, the redhead, the crazy drunk lady.
Meredith.
Meredith,
yeah.
I got you.
Meredith is getting a massage on this table, right? Like, no shit. In front of me is Peter Mayhew, Chewbacca, on his like hover around scooter with like these leg warmer things on to help with the circulation.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. And then I look over at a table. There's 4 Power Rangers sitting at a table. I'm like, okay. And then I see over in the corner is Lou Diamond Phillips, and he goes, "Does anybody know what this soup is?" And he's like dipping the ladle in there. And in my mind, I'm like, I have a crazy fucking life.
Yeah, bro. No, seriously, like I was even talking to her like last year at the Comic-Con last year, right? They had the masseuse. Remember the masseuse table was in the
Yes,
backstage?
that was the coolest
We got
thing
invited. Like I went
ever.
backstage and like they're like, they massaged me out. And then Gene Simmons walks in.
Yes.
And I'm like,
yes.
Gene fucking Simmons is watching me get a massage, right? Like,
Sure.
that's
That guy's
goat
not
level
real.
shit. Yeah. Cool as hell, you know?
Well, no, I was dating this girl. And I was like, okay, we're going to go in the green room. She goes, I can't go in there. And I was like, here's how it's going to work.
Yeah.
They know me because I'm always really super nice to the people at the door.
Yeah.
And I always like talk to them. And I'm always allowed.
Talk to them. Yeah.
No.
I'm kidding.
So
Ish.
I'm allowed in because I usually do the panels and stuff. So like I tell her, I go, we're gonna walk like we have purpose to the back, and I'm gonna acknowledge them. I'm gonna be like, hey, how's it going? But we're like face forward. She goes, okay, and we do this, and she gets in, and she goes, I can't believe that worked. I was like, it always works. So we get in there, and I was like, but you have to be cool when we go in there because this is where they decompress and they hang out. So we're sitting at a table, and she goes, "Is that Elvira?" I was like, "Mm-hmm. Leave her alone." And she's like, "We're sitting at a table with Elvira." I'm like, "Uh-huh. Leave her alone." She's an impressive human being, by the way.
Yeah.
But like I was sitting with Tom Arnold, and I was like, I knew he had done he did stand up the night before. So I was like, "Hey Tom, how did your stand up thing go last night?" And he like looks up, he goes, "Oh, it went great."
Yeah.
And that's how, you know, like you don't, I don't know, you don't mark out. You just like you talk to people like they're people, you know? And that's the hardest thing, but like that's it. Like, they are, because they are.
Yep.
We're all human.
The hardest thing, I think the hardest thing,
or if you're weird like me, you just keep being weird and people are fascinated by you for some reason.
that is true. This is very true.
Me too.
I take them to cons. I take
Me
them to
too.
cons, and they'll be like, "We're smiling," and they're like, "We just want to watch it."
Yeah. Good for you, brother.
Remarkable.
But hey, that's branding.
I wrestle in
Yeah.
my underwear for a living.
Yeah.
If that tells you anything of what I do, right? That's a real life story, you know?
Yeah. But like, it's one of those things where you get that imposter syndrome, where you're like, I'm not as good as these people, and they'll tell you like, yeah, you are, and then you like, and then you have to like go, oh, I am their what do you call it, like
referee experience. It's
Yeah.
like they're officiant.
no, but like
But that's what I feel like even on like
but
yesterday.
you're not a referee, you're a performer.
Exactly. But you hear those people
Yeah.
like even Francisco, like Las Vegas, New Mexico, like people were telling him he's like crap. And like
Who was telling that?
I guess like people he went to high school with.
Oh,
Social bullies.
It's social
Yeah,
media.
yeah, yeah.
Like but that's the thing, this guy
Well,
has worked towards it. And so it's like people hate.
well, let's be honest. Some wrestling fans can be pretty rough.
They're mean,
Wrestling
dude.
fans can be the greatest thing in the world.
They have come up
or
to
they can
me.
be the biggest assholes.
Yeah.
Exactly. They have come up to me and they're like, "So are you gonna like call Manny's match by like just because you're with him?" And I'm like, I'm not even refereeing his match. Like, what are you guys freaking out about? But like even yesterday during like the Young Money match, it was like I heard a lot of ref your shit, ref your this, and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
what are you guys talking about? Like, I'm literally counting, but it's a weird industry
Yeah.
that these people think that you're dictating what's going on.
Well, no, but I mean, not even that.
It's stage
Like,
performance.
Not even
Yeah.
that. I mean,
They better believe what you're doing.
I love being that performer
Yeah.
that like make you hate me so you can love me kind
well,
of thing.
you have to tell them like, maybe I will,
yeah.
maybe I won't, maybe you got to watch.
Maybe you have to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that's what was funny because like I went to his table for like what,
Yeah.
like 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and I had people come up. Well, you didn't do this. Well, you didn't. I'm like, listen, I'm just a ref. I'm just a ref, and like I put my hands up. I'm like, I'm a sweet girl, but I'm gonna referee the match as I should. I'm gonna be
call
the
it.
officiant.
You got to tell them. I got to call it like I see it.
I'm gonna do it as I
Yeah.
should. Like if people are out of the ring, I'm gonna dictate them out of the ring. Like, but it does develop like 100%.
But it's like, but it's weird. So like, I tell my girlfriend this. I was like, yeah, wrestling fans are. It was her first show last night. She'd never been to one in her entire life, and I had to tell her. I was like, well, I was like, it's all performance. I was like, but you have to realize wrestling fans are great, but they're also rough. She goes, what do you mean? I go, well, they'll walk up to you and say shit like, hey, you used to be fat, huh?
Yeah.
And I'll be like, oh, well, yeah, I guess I did, and yeah, I guess I was.
Comparatively, I guess.
About
They will say things, and then they will be like 300 pounds, but they'll say this to you.
Yeah.
and look at you so discouraged and like shake
Yeah.
your head like,
Yeah,
I remember. It's like,
or they'll say like it'll be a guy that's like 250 pounds, and he'll be like, well, I don't like her. I don't think she's that hot.
that's what shocked me. Like this wrestling industry, like being from a girl's
Wild.
perspective,
Yeah.
like I've been told,
It's rough, yeah.
I'm a ring
terrible.
announcer in Utah, and these people look at me like,
There you
hey,
go,
wait,
yeah.
wait, you're this, and I'm like, hold on, I'm still a human being. I'm
Right.
still like, you still need to respect
But-
me. Back up.
They don't see it that way. You're now a
Leveling,
character
right?
in the universe
Gimme,
that
gimme,
they
gimme.
watch, and you owe them. And I get,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I get, but I mean, but
And
it's
I
like,
will. Lorena loves, and I will say this, Lorena loves to help people feel good.
yeah,
but Lorena will stand up for herself at the same time.
Yeah, and you have to.
100%.
And it's one of those things where, do you guys know Braxton Wexler? Hey, what's wrong with being 300 pounds? Nothing.
That's our
There
big
is nothing
country.
wrong with it. But if you call me, the word fat is a very negative connotation. And if you call me that and you are, you're like, I'm like, okay. Or you call a woman that and then you are that. Maybe,
Hey, didn't you used to be fat?
Yeah.
Is not a compliment.
No.
It's not even a segue.
What's just funny is Braxton is one of our wrestlers at Devotion Championship Wrestling.
Is he 300 pounds?
No,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think so. I really don't think so. But this man,
He's an offensive lineman, big guy. Right?
Oh,
He's a
so like
big
he's
boy.
very athletic and he's very charismatic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No. I'm
You
in it.
could be
I'm in it.
300 pounds in that way. And
Yeah,
still-
like I don't know what his
Yeah.
weight is or not, but I don't think I listened to that because of his charisma.
Right.
Does that make sense?
He-
But I wouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah, 100%.
he
100%.
has this charisma that's like so unique to Utah. Like I feel like, to be honest, he brings that. Utah's known for that country vibe. Like
Really?
ha ha ha, and he has that like his.
I need to go to
thing.
Utah, I think.
Utah's
sure do.
fun. Bring it
it's
out.
really
Like,
flat. That's what I remember from driving.
Can
to it, right? Am I wrong?
I want to see. I want to go. I want to go to a show. Does Amtrak go there? I love taking the train.
Yeah, it does actually.
There was a stop. Yeah.
When is the next show?
July 11th.
Okay, maybe later in the year. Do you have how many shows do you guys do a year?
We do one a month at least, but we're like 2 to 3 a month now. Yeah.
So MK is
hot
part.
damn.
Is MK part of
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
MK's my brother.
it? Yeah.
We love
He's-
him.
okay.
We love him.
Let's talk about him a little, and then maybe we'll get out of here.
Okay.
MK. The fact that he is not like somewhere higher up is kind of astounding, right?
It's ridiculous. Honestly, I love MK, and I met MK one of the first people I
Right.
started with, and
Yeah.
MK has.
Are you
brought-
peeing again? He wants to fix your mic
fix the
again.
mic again?
All right.
You gotta learn to talk.
I'm trying
No,
to.
she moved it. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
You're okay.
MK is one of the first people in this industry that have brought, honestly,
Yeah.
Jasmine St. Clair and Missy Hyatt, like,
Oh,
into
yeah.
my like
Well,
perspective.
he dates Missy Hyatt, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is insane because that's what I grew up with was Missy Hyatt. Like Jasmine St. Clair, I grew up in a different way.
I got to do her podcast Monday. Well, of course, I got to do her her podcast on Monday, and from a wrestler's perspective, I'll say that it was remarkable. Like I was so excited because she was someone again that like showed me that women can be in this industry and do anything.
Yeah.
And so it's like I love Jasmine. Like I don't want to say I have a personal relationship with her, but I have a personal relationship.
Do you know how she got into wrestling? I have no idea.
I've never asked that question, but I just let her guide me in the way she can guide me.
It's like because it's okay. I was in college. She was in one industry, and then later in life, I was like, huh. And like, okay, so here's what's funny. My coworker, a couple months ago, he's like, "You're gonna miss the next wrestling." And I hadn't even heard that like were bringing him. And I was like, "Oh, you don't know? This is at work." I was like, "Oh." And he goes, "Yeah, I've never. Is she a wrestler?" I was like, "Kinda." In a different industry. And he
I
goes,
feel like I'm missing something.
Jasmine St. Clair was a porn star
She
in the 90s,
yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s, and she transitioned into pro wrestling.
She's still doing stuff for like GCW.
Yeah.
And like she just debuted on NWA.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't remember the exact star she's
Yeah.
with, but like she just did her NWA debut.
Like it's a hard Google. Maybe not at work.
I don't know.
I love Jasmine. I met her at our Las Vegas show.
Liar! Liar! You are a liar.
I love Jasmine. I feel like Jasmine's gonna be a big part of my future.
That's cool.
And she's truly like, even like I'll message her.
I want to say it was ECW that she probably came in. I want to say it was ECW.
About.
Yeah, she was a part of CW.
That right there. Any human being that was a part of ECW at this point is legendary, right?
Oh my
Yep.
gosh, told Manny, like maybe a few days later after we met Tommy Dreamer, I was like, this is the man that I watch on my TV literally get bloody. And now he's the man directing me into a better future.
Does he come to Devotion a lot?
Yeah, I bring him out for more developmental issues, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think we all can learn. And, like, I learn so much every time Tommy's out there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like, he comes a few times a year, 100%.
What is the greatest thing that someone has taught you as a wrestler? Like, you were just sitting, like, not, like, you were just standing there and you were like, fuck.
The greatest thing is to never quit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because the wrestling, professional wrestling, everyone thinks it's overnight success, right?
No.
So, like, in that moment, you're like, it's the fact of how much you're willing to endure, because there's a lot of bullshit with it.
Well, but what was an aha moment where you were like, fuck?
I have a lot of aha moments, but, like, the one I particular is, like, when I worked AEW at the Maverick Center, which is in Salt Lake City, right?
Okay.
For me, that was a aha moment of, like, I'm meant to fucking pursue this, right?
Isn't that weird?
It is, bro. It is. And I can't describe it because you had to be there to witness it. But, like, if you watch the video, I walk on stage and I stop and pause. And I just absorb the energy, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's an aha moment, because it's like, look, after sacrificing 13 years of this, at that time, whatever it may be, right? We're here.
Yeah.
And all we're doing is moving forward. And that's why whenever times these opportunities work up, like with AEW and TNA coming here, I get the opportunity to work with them because they know I could create credible business.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I can help.
Yes.
We need to help elevate the industry forward.
Right.
Not behind us, forward. Not based on my personal agenda, but what's best for business.
I would say for me, like, to piggyback off of that, is like, as a performer, the moment, like, when you start doing stuff and you've been doing stuff for a while and people start coming to you and they're like, hey, and they're like, not just random people, they're like people that have like a venue. They're like, hey, what about doing this here? What about, you think about doing this here? Da, da, da. And you're going to go, no, because in your mind, you're like, I'm not to that level.
Yeah.
And it's the moment that you stop saying no and you start saying yes.
It really is.
It changes everything, and it's one of those things where, like, because
hey, Smiley, you gonna do
but sometimes
you gonna do a thing tonight? Yeah, I guess I will.
To piggyback on that, though, sometimes yes isn't right now. Right? So, like if I say yes on a rational decision that can impact my community 6 months from now, it doesn't mean anything, right?
Yeah.
But, like, at the same sense, it's like, if I say yes 6 months later, it could change the narrative.
Sure.
And that's the thing, is like, timing is everything.
Timing is everything.
Everything.
Well, in anything.
And being prepared, timing is everything, but being prepared for the time when it comes.
Right.
100%.
That's 100%.
But here's what I'm trying to say. Is like, if you say no all the time because you don't think you're worthy to do it,
or ready,
then you won't.
I agree with that.
And like that's the thing. It's like if people are asking you,
you're ready.
You're ready. They think if you go to a wrestler and you're like, hey, what about on the next show we put you like right under the main event, and they're like, oh no. You are doing that because you think that they are ready to do that.
100%.
And in their mind, they're like, I'm not ready to do that. But here's the truth of it. A lot of times people will ask you to do something because they feel that you are ready. And you may not think so. And if you say yes to it, like here's what I figured out. Like when someone would come in and be like, hey, you guys want to do your show at a bar every Sunday night?
Yeah.
Like we'd never done our show live outside of a room in our house.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you guys, we want you to do this in a bar every Sunday night. And I was like, in my mind, I'm like, I have no fucking idea.
They hired me specifically.
Any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll pay you, da da da. And I went, yes. And someone's like, do you know how to do that? I go, no, but I guess I have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Now it elevates you to go, I got to figure out how to do this. And in that process, you get to this.
We got pretty good.
We got pretty good at it, and we got pretty fucking good. And then like whenever that place shut down, the whole place shut down, the whole business. People were like, "Oh, you want to move over to our place?" It was like the opportunities were just there, ready for us to go. And like, it sometimes takes you out. You have to be out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
To jump up.
You got to be uncomfortable to get uncomfortable. You got to be uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Yeah, and that's weird, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, like when I'm comfortable for too long, I need to do something hard.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, I gotta
not
push
the
it.
world's like perspective anymore, and that's kind of the crappy part.
Well,
is like when things get hard, it's like you must either prosper or give up.
But that's why not everyone makes it.
Exactly,
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with Braxton. What did Jason say?
Braxton Wexler, I've worked hard doing my 12-ounce curls to get 311 pounds.
I'm gonna let you comment on that.
Oh.
That was Jason.
Bunch of wild animals.
Jason, it's good to see you, brother.
Tucker?
It's time for bed. Put Johnny Autism to sleep with some NyQuil.
With Phoenix. With Phoenix.
With Phoenix.
So yeah. Do you guys record Devotion? Is it like online? Where's it at?
Devotion Championship Wrestling YouTube. We're on all social medias at Instagram, X, Instagram, X, Facebook.
My Instagram?
Yeah.
Can I plug my Instagram?
Yeah.
But yeah, of course.
Well, of course, Reina Rivera at DCW.
Yeah.
I do a lot of the backstage interviews for DCW, and like I said, like on my podcast with Jasmine, like I kind of gave like a perspective of the new talent in Utah. But again, the talent in Utah is very limited.
Okay.
And so I truly do believe, and I've told Manny this, I truly do believe that people need to expand out.
Yeah.
Because Utah has a lot of these great superstars waiting to up and come, but they're not getting that exposure.
Well, you got to get out and move on. Like again, you got to jump out of your comfort zone and do some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So who does the commentary there? That's my question.
We got a few local guys that do it. Like
I don't care for him.
Yeah.
We need someone who's like stagnant. Like we have Psycho.
We got Big Buddha who does a lot of like radio interviews. You know what I mean? Like we always try to put like a talent on there or something like just to add value to the.
So if you want to come out to Utah, sorry, I had a word.
I'm interested. I've never been to Salt Lake City. I've never been to Utah. I've never been to Utah at all.
You'll love it.
Beautiful.
What do you think, Smiley? Should we go out to Salt Lake City, Utah?
All right, Smiley, let's go right now.
Let's go right now.
Get in the car. God damn it.
I have driven through it.
Okay.
I do realize it's a very flat. That's about all I know about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be fair.
What is it? Was Satch Brewing is there? The Polygamy Porter.
5 Wives.
5 Wives. 5 Wives.
The vodka. Yeah.
Come at me.
Man, it's funny because like, if you guys think that this was planned, I literally hit up Manny
at least 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it was like 8 hours ago. I was like, hey, you're still in town? He goes, yeah. I go, you want to come on the show? And he goes, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not think I was gonna be on this podcast. I usually come with Manny to these things, and I'm just like, okay, I'm here.
I was like, you walked in? I was like, oh, are you doing it too? She goes, if you'd like. I was like, well, yeah, why wouldn't you not?
Why not, right?
I've decided, like, and I've told Manny this, and I like want to stand by this until the day I fully make it. Girls need to realize, like, no matter how we look, like, I'm 5'1". I am 5'1".
Yeah.
And I'm Latina and I'm tiny. I'm Latina.
You're supposed to be.
But I've always got told that I'm not allowed to do this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and I want girls to look at me in the same avenue and being like, you know, wait. That girl's doing it. Why can't I? And Duke has given me that element to do that. And so with DCW, I've gotten the element to be more like truly. I'll be at the. What do you say?
Shut your ass up, Johnny.
Okay, can I argue this real quick?
All I can say,
no
a 5'1".
We're closing caption. Johnny, you can text
You were
us.
like perfect for gymnastics and getting flipped around in the air. Because
I
wish
my mom refused to let me do any girly sports, and I was.
So you're like, I'll do wrestling instead.
Exactly, like my mom. Literally, I was born in Las Cruces, New Mexico. My mom's like, "You're gonna do softball, baseball. You're gonna do this, and I'm like, Mom, I just want to do dance. I want to do cheerleading. And she's like, no. So I did competitive soccer from literally 6 years old to 18 years old.
all the way. Wow.
Oh, I had, and I will always say this.
What was your position?
Defensive.
Defense? Were you sweeper, stopper?
Sweeper.
Oh, nice.
I loved it. I loved running
like from
swiping.
Dora the Explorer, sweeper.
Yeah,
Swiper.
like swiper, no swiping.
Swiper.
I would literally say that to people at points. I was like, swiper, no swiping, and I would take the ball from them.
That's right. That's your job. Pass it up.
Like, I loved soccer. I started out here in New Mexico. 100%. I started out here in New Mexico at 8 years old. And truly, to be honest, it encouraged me to be like, excuse my language 100%, a badass bitch.
I don't care. You can
Because thank you.
How about a fucking badass bitch?
There we go. A fucking badass bitch who I'm 5'1". I'm Latina. And everyone thinks I'm so small that I can't handle these people.
Go to bed, Johnny.
Go to bed, Johnny. Yeah, go to bed, Johnny. But anyways, I truly feel that I'm going to change, and I've told Manny this, and I've told my industry devotion that I'm going to be that woman who's 5'1" that makes people look at like, oh, shit, small bitches can do this stuff, because I looked up to China. I looked up to Lita. I didn't look up to Trish. I love Trish.
She a white girl.
It wasn't even that. It was just that she didn't have that edgy vibe like Lita. And like China, I wanted to be that big girl. I wanted to have the tattoos. I want to be like that girl that, honestly, I wanted to be Rhea.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea is the reason I got back into wrestling. 100%.
Rhea Ripley is...
mommy. She is legitly mommy. I love her. She is the reason.
She could break me in half if she...
Exactly. I texted Manny when I was first trying to get into wrestling, and I was like, I want to be the next Rhea Ripley. Give me her.
I know she's married, but if she needs to break me in half...
Rhea, I love you. Message me.
Smiley, we'll show you Rhea Ripley after.
She's iconic. Like,
oh my
I
Lord.
literally do this.
She is iconic.
Because she is iconic. She is mommy. She is...
You don't have to know
She's the reason I got back into wrestling.
About wrestling.
Yeah, she's the reason I got back into it.
Tell him, Brody.
Yes, exactly.
Brody's saying we got to get it done. She's like,
Exactly.
I got ball throwing to do. We're gonna get out of here. So Manny Lemons this Wednesday on All Elite Wrestling.
My dog.
Do you have any like teaser that you want to talk about? Maybe.
Yeah, that's what's funny is I unfortunately have no teaser, but just know your boy will be lacing up the boots and putting on the tights.
Well, I may have to get a ticket because I think I got to go now.
What?
And
I know a guy.
I know, and I'm saying I need to dig my shirt out. I have a shirt.
We got you.
I got a Manny Lemons shirt.
Yeah.
To wear. I wore it at the last one.
Oh,
I remember. Yeah.
Yes, and we were all up in the box. The crazy thing about here's the worst part. This is a Smiley. I'm going to tell you why it's rough to go to this event. This is a live television event. Why would you think I think it's rough to go to?
You don't know what the script is?
Nope.
Oh, you.
No, think about it. Why would this be rough for me to go to?
You're not involved in it.
Nope.
Yeah, I got no clue.
Because I would have to drive to hold on, say it.
Rio Rancho Event Center.
I missed that. Yeah, no. Yep. You know what? And I wouldn't drive you.
So this is an Albuquerque thing.
Yeah.
So like Ming goes, oh, this is your show. So let me see if I get this right.
I saved you from that.
People from Albuquerque hate
You should
Rio Rancho, and I go,
thank me.
And they hate Los Ranchos, and they go, yeah, that's right. And he goes, but you like Corrales? I go, yeah, that's all correct.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just Rio Rancho. It's out there.
Yeah.
It's a drive. Where are you staying? Like whereabouts?
The Quality Inn in Albuquerque.
What part of town? Do you know?
It's not on the west side, is it? It's all we're asking about.
It's more the south side.
Oh, nice. The nice side.
Is it over here, like by the airport?
No, it's you take 40 south.
Oh no, that's east.
Or
The mountains are east.
Mountains are east.
Yeah.
That's high
Oh
ground.
wow. So like it's a drive.
Yeah.
And people are like, I live in
During the
LA.
hike.
LA, like 2 hours to drive. And then they'll move here and they'll be like, all right, I fucking hate you.
I can say New Mexico is one of the worst drives. I literally did this when I was 8 years old. Don't remember it. And then Manny brought me out to Duke City last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I forget how horrible this
Yeah.
drive was.
Well, but like, oh, you guys drove out here?
Yeah,
You guys drive from Utah? How far is it from? How far?
10
drive?
hours.
10 hours.
Do you have to?
That's nothing though.
Oh, no.
But no,
Right.
there's some terrible
No.
areas. Do you have to go through like Nevada?
You go through Colorado. You go through Nevada.
Yeah.
It's honestly, like, there is some dead end, of course, but, like, honestly, it's not a horrible drive.
We drove to Phoenix or to Houston. That's at 15, man.
Yeah, 15. Yeah, that's about right.
Drove them back. Yeah.
But there's people there.
Yeah.
There's
when you-
people in Salt Lake City.
No,
Yeah.
but when you drive through New Mexico, there's no people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're like, when's the next town? Are we all gonna die? Oh, you're new.
And the answer is yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. All Elite Wrestling on Wednesday. Manny Lemons will be there. Are you gonna be on TV?
Yes.
I hope
100%.
so. I think so,
He
yes.
will be.
All right.
Giving that good juju era.
Yes.
That Manny Lemons, the man,
All right.
the brand,
Brand.
the king of lemonade stand, the zest of the best is going to be on AEW June 24th at the Rio Rancho Complex.
Even if you're not, how amazing! Try driving from New York City to Ogden, Utah.
Jay said it's not that far. Stop crying about
That
it.
sounds like
Come
a
on
lot.
out.
That sounds like a lot, and I don't have to, so I won't.
Exactly.
July 31st, Duke City Championship Wrestling. We return at the El Rey Theater. Come out in September. Mark your calendars. The 20th anniversary of 10 Drink Minimum. And yeah, thank you guys for
Can
being
we
on the show.
make sure that we're here for that? Because that's like 8 days before my birthday.
That'd be dope, man. You guys should come
excellent.
in. You guys can wrestle in front of the crowd. I don't care.
I'm down.
There may not be. There won't be a ring, but
You
you,
know-
just wrestle and.
You
I mean,
know,
our
fight
Manny
fell that
Lemons,
shit.
can we,
You could throw
can
me
we
around,
talk
that'd be
about something
fun.
about that? Can we talk about something about
Can
that?
you pile drive Smiley through a table?
There
Can
go.
you throw me into a
I'm
ceiling?
not the promoter here, but I will definitely politic for something.
I've always wanted to be thrown into a ceiling.
Acknowledge you.
I
Acknowledge.
acknowledge you. Yes.
Acknowledge.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Manny Lemons. Thank you, Lorena. It's been great. Thank you, Smiley. Thank you, Brody, for holding it together.
Thank you, Brody.
Look at it. Look at Brody right there.
She's ready.
Thank you, Topo Chico Hard
Brody.
Seltzer. And with that, we are
10 drink minimum.
And drink.
Minimum.